result in some activity. And let me just say that if you read my comments in the Pioneer Press this morning, the morning paper of St. Paul Pioneer, and lobbying for some extra funds to do more non-fatal shooting investigations. Someone gets shot at or gets hit, but they don't die. Sometimes those investigations.
So I watched it happen. So yes, he was stabbing her here. He finished her here with blood on the ground. I witnessed it. I witnessed it like that. So I was torn between both. So I just put out flash and went back to her. But she stabbed all over her chest. She was covered in blood. The car's his. He got out of that car.
But that was very troubling.
Yeah, do what you can.
Good.
More than one gun involved.
Thank you.
Several cases you're covering.
Yeah, you're welcome. Oh, thank you.
More than one gun.
I appreciate it.
Ceremony for Metro State.
1, 2, 3. He did before, that's fine. 1, 2, 3.
We're not sure if he fixed the knife somewhere along this way, so.
He said he's going to wait for the dog to come out.
Okay.
Because I was going to go look in the woods.
Okay.
Well, we do know from social media video posts and from sources that
Can we check his leg
do
before you load him up?
car
Just put his
studies.
pants off just so we can get pictures if needed. Thank you.
There were some of our known Somali gang members and associates that were part of the conflict. And usually what's been happening is if they have a sister that's graduating from college, the brother's siblings will show up. And if the siblings are showing up,
There's been a lot of
and they're in
questions about
conflict with another
hantavirus,
group,
which has been found on a cruise line
the problem starts.
or a small cruise boat.
So
And there
That's
does seem
what
to
happened on
be
Monday.
human-to-human transmission.
And,
Now, normally this hantavirus
I
is
have
just
to tell
spread
you,
from
we've been
rodents to
tracking
humans, but it
shootings
is known
throughout-
to spread from human to human with some forms of the
throughout
virus,
Minnesota,
and that does
but
seem to
really
be happening
in the
at the
metro
moment.
area for the most
So is there going to be a large-scale outbreak? Is there
Through
going
our
to be a
intelligence
pandemic?
unit,
Well, that's what we're going to
just
answer in
as a
this video.
sidebar to
If
this
you haven't
whole
got time to
discussion,
watch, the
there've
answer
been
is no, it's
10
not. But it is
fatal
quite interesting, and there are a few
Somali
points of concerns that
kids
are worth going over.
killed.
But if you're rushing out
last
to work, don't
2
worry, there's not going to be a
years, 3 months.
hantavirus pandemic.
10
At
fatal
least, I
shootings.
don't think there is. And I've
And
looked
that's
at quite a
not
bit
good.
of the evidence.
And granted,
So let's look at this in a little more detail now that you want to stick around. Now, just before we start, there's lots of evidence available readily available. This is from the good old World Health Organization, but it does seem to get this bit right.
A large
As far as
number.
I can see,
But even more important,
cross-checked with information
there were
from the Centers for
94
Disease Control in the States. Again,
94
well recorded.
non-fatal shootings where
reliable
the
information.
kids did not die, but
This
they
is
got shot.
from the UK government.
And
again,
we know Joe's
fairly well
unit
recorded
works
there.
closely.
This is from
Probably the
European
number
Centre
2
for
expert. Well, the number. I'll
Centre for
make him the
Disease
number 3
Prevention
expert.
Control.
You know, we got there's a police officer in St. Paul, and there's one in Minneapolis, and then
Medical Association. So
Ben-
you see that
Ben Seidel's probably the number
evidence
3
is
expert
readily
in
available.
Somali
It's
gangs
really
right here in the
quite
Twin
available.
Cities, right?
So let's go. This is where I got some of this information
So we
from.
know
Let's go
from
and look at some
our,
detail.
You know,
So this is the ship, the
information
HV Honduras, a cruise ship.
we collect
148 passengers, so quite an exclusive cruise ship.
a lot of
I
this
believe
is
it goes into the sort
retaliatory
of southern latitudes
shootings.
and down into
And
southern places in Argentina and things like that. So on this ship there's been
we're
3
trying to do
deaths,
everything
2
we can
confirmed
to
deaths,
intervene.
that probably got
Ideally
that
arresting the
situation.
principal
And
parties,
8
number 1,
suspected
but
cases.
also
So there
just
seems to have been
intervening and
quite a
being
few
present.
cases of this
Being present is
nasty
key. So
infection.
we
And the
do
people
try to
are now
network
stuck on
with
this
the
ship,
Somali
so it can't be
kids.
very
You've seen
pleasant
me
place
out
to
there
be stuck
live
on.
on
And of
patrol
course this
trying to
brings back
network.
memories of COVID.
It's part of our job
Going out
to
there, cruise liners,
curtail it.
with all sorts of problems of people in
Speaking
their
of
days.
that, you know, our youth
Now,
outreach
at
workers
least
have been
29
working with a
passengers
couple
from
kids
12
that were stealing cars.
nationalities left after
You
April
notice we haven't had any.
24th.
Correct?
After the first
It
person
works.
had died.
It
So when
does.
the first person
That
died of
works.
this,
So
it hadn't quite worked out
there's a
what
lot
it
of different
was. The first person
strategies.
had just
Drop
died.
right off.
Some
Right.
people do.
that's great.
But it
That's
did
great.
turn out to be
Just
this hantavirus.
a little bit of
So,
help can go a long way
um,
to reducing
But by that
crime.
time, people had scooted off to many parts of the world. As far as we know,
So
Georgia, California, Arizona, probably other parts of the states. We think Canada.
Anyhow,
but that's not
tonight,
been confirmed.
9/11,
Australia,
Pat and I will
Thailand,
start,
Germany,
everybody
Netherlands,
will
and
be
Spain.
in.
So
But
it is one of these
don't be
interesting
surprised if
situations, or
7:30 or
comfortable
so the Rev
situations
and
where You can have a
go live
single
and just
focus of a viral outbreak,
catch up with the
and then
rhythm.
people jet off all around the world, and especially with this because the
like
incubation period can be up to a couple of months with antivirus. So more cases are going to be presented as time goes on.
We are going to do
Now,
everything
thankfully,
we
this isn't
can
a highly
to
transmissible virus. It's
curtail and mitigate this
ribonucleic acid. It's an
conflict.
RNA virus, same as SARS coronavirus 2 is. So it does have a reasonably high
City of
mutation
St.
rate.
Paul has asked for
So
our
there
help.
can be rapid changes to it. But
we're
the
glad to
reservoir
help.
is
You
so
met with
small.
them, what, yesterday?
It's only,
Today?
Yesterday.
as we believe, a few tens of people.
We'll do everything we can
probably
to
not more than a
assist
few
them
hundred
in
people
any way we
infected.
can.
Although there can be some mutation, it's not likely. The only proviso I've really got is if this South American strain, this Andean strain of hantavirus, were to infect someone at the same time as a European strain of hantavirus, then potentially two different types of hantavirus infecting one cell at the same time could give rise to a recombination, which could be more transmissible. But that is very unlikely to occur for reasons that we'll see. It's not impossible, but it is unlikely. This is why we
Sonia, it looks like the reason we're out here is check our audio. It looks like it's all working, huh?
To learn from it. So 2 Brits are self-isolating at home. As far as we know, there's 7 people from the UK on this ship. One woman who's not a passenger from the Netherlands, presumably a family member, is being assessed, and there's a KLM stewardess who looked after someone on the way home. So someone flying home from the ship to in Argentina, I believe.
We are
to
in downtown
Netherlands,
St. Paul in the daylight,
could well have
which
infected one of the stewardesses.
you hardly ever see
She's
on
currently
live
in isolation ward at Amsterdam
working nights.
Hospital, and we hope she makes a good recovery.
It doesn't look too busy.
And the ship is currently anchored, not docked in Tenerife. They won't let it dock. So, as far as we know, there's probably about 100
St. Paul is kind of
120 people
transitioning from a
stuck on this
retail
ship
town
in very
to
small
a more
groups. It must be a very
residential
unpleasant
town.
environment. And even though the virus isn't
some
very
people like
transmissible,
that.
all these people are really close together, so the chances
The
of
girl with
person to
blue hair,
person
she
spread on the
overdid
ship,
it.
to be quite honest, are probably fairly good, fairly high.
That's blue hair.
And
Blue hair.
it must be a very concerning time for those people, although we do believe that we're going to get off in the next few days. We believe. Because the passengers are currently confined to relatively small rooms on the ship. As we said, it's a Southern Oceans cruise, not one of these sort of common cruises that you and I might go on. People will zoom off to glaciers on Zodiacs and things like that. Sounds great fun, but anyway, not this particular cruise.
So we're down here.
2
This is
tropical
Rice
disease
Park.
doctors have gone on board.
And,
Now, I don't know whether they've stayed on board, but they can
beautiful
obviously
park.
assess the people that are symptomatic.
Those
People
look
that are
great,
symptomatic
too.
could be
Yeah.
lifted off to isolation for treatment.
Landmarks
I would
there. I mean,
imagine,
everything's greened up here in the
we
last
know
week
that
or so.
they've checked the
Allergies are
ship
going
for
terrible.
rats. We believe that no rats are on the ship, so the infection, the people that got the initial infection probably got it in Argentina, which is a common reservoir of the virus, wildlife,
But-
rodents, particularly in Argentina.
To the right, you
So
can't
they
really
probably got
see
it
it,
on
but
land. But it's probably transmitted on the ship because of the small localized environment on the ship, the
I'm
person-to-person
going to have a whole
transmission on the ship,
handheld
which is
camera
known
to
to
see
happen.
Herbie Brooks.
And also these doctors will be advising on deep cleaning the ship and using the right disinfectants and preventing infections and all
A
sorts
lot
of
of
things
people
like that. So
gather after these
the
ceremonies
Spanish
here at Rice
authorities
Park.
are on
And
top of this. It's currently in the
unfortunately, this
anchored in
is
the Canary Islands, as we said, Tenerife. So
actually, I'm going to
you
do
might have heard Gene Hackman, the American actor, his wife, Arakawa,
number to be assigned that
apologies
was.
for the pronunciation, did actually die of this virus. She definitely died of
I
hantavirus.
think we
That's been
decided camera
confirmed.
9.
March 2025, New Mexico.
Joe's going to do
Now, Gene Hackman himself did not die of the virus. He died of pre-existing causes, although he and his wife died within about a week of each other, I think. But Mrs. Hackman did die of hantavirus. That is confirmed. And she did get it now, which is very almost. Where it's in their
This is a
house,
two.
campus, wherever they live, fairly directly. Interestingly, Korean hemorrhagic fever
This is Rice Park.
has
How's the
been
window
known
there?
about since
Hello?
the Korean War.
I thought I heard
During the
something.
period of 1950 to
Green and nice.
1953, there was well, technically it's still around, Korea is still divided. But there was about 3,000 cases of this
St.
nuclear
Paul
illness,
Library over
Korean
there.
hemorrhagic fever, where there was until in fact, those of you that are my kind of age will remember the TV series MASH, where we could forget Major William. Moving on quickly. The featured in a second episode of that, so it was well recognised from the career.
It's like
The virus itself wasn't isolated until 1976. So, known about then by description, but the actual virus itself not isolated till 1976. But this career in the life of Frida suffered by a lot of American servicemen. And I believe that the death rate here was reasonably high. I don't know what it was, but it was probably about 30, 40% of cases. It depends on the supportive treatment we were given. But quite a high fatality rate from this virus. And it's named, in the good old days, were named virus after where we start from the battle of the Wall in South Korea. Now, the one on the boat is the Andes strain of antivirus. And this is endemic. It's there all the time in Argentina. It's common in the long-tailed pygmy rice rat, and I believe in quite a few other rodents as well. It's rodent transmitted, that they are the reservoir, and normally the infection goes directly from rodents to people, but as we've said, certainly with the Andean strain, it can go from person to person, although not highly transmissible. Andes human-to-human transmission is documented. We know that already. There are all the references for the evidence that we're using in this video that I've already clipped through. Now, there is a virus in the UK that's known as Seoul virus. Seoul as in the Seoul Olympics in South Korea, where it was first identified. This tends to affect the kidneys rather than the lungs, and it's found in wild brown rats worldwide, all over, very rarely in pet rats, normally in wild rats. And this may be transmissible from person to person, but there's no cases of it, so as far as we know it's not transmitted person to person as far as we know, although I would have thought that healthcare workers would be at risk if they came into direct contact with urine and things like that. But officially the science is saying now it's not transmissible person to person, whereas the respiratory form is. And there's been isolated incidents, at least in the UK, of this Seoul virus since 2012. Right, transmission to humans. Mainly through contact with infected rodents, so mice, voles, rats. Now, what actually happens is it comes from their waste products. So what happens here is that the waste products, that's the urine, saliva, feces from these animals, it dries out. And then when people are cleaning out the areas, you get dust, and they breathe it in, and that's how it gets into the lungs of the person it's infected. So it is from airborne, dried urine, feces, saliva, presumably blood, from infected rodents. That's how people get it. Therefore, people that are more likely to get it work with rodents, keep rodents as pets, are generally exposed to rodents, or cleaning them out more commonly. Just reading an article in the Telegraph, there was a woman caught in Colorado where there's quite a few cases, and she was changing the tyre on a car, and she took out the spare wheel and she found a mouse's nest underneath the wheel.
There is a very, this is very controversial per se. Charlie Kirk.
When she was cleaning it out, she would have thrown the dust into the air.
But at
the
the end of the day, I don't think anyone
hung in the air, and she would
deserves
have
to
breathed
be
it.
assassinated.
That is the risk.
Political
Most
differences
cases
or whatnot,
transmitted
assassination,
that
that's
way.
pretty wild stuff, particularly when it was on TV.
So breathing in
I mean, that's
contaminated
insane.
particles is basically how it's
So
transmitted.
what we're hearing today is
old dusty
rulings on
places
cameras, a
sweeping out old
preliminary
dusty
hearing
places. I must
expected
say, I've
today
done
in the
this myself.
Tyler
I found
Robinson murder
mice
case.
nests
The judge
under the bench in the
overseeing the
garage,
Tyler
and I
Robinson
just
capital
swept it
murder
out.
case is expected to
Never
announce its
thought
decision
about it, really.
on key factors.
Hantavirus,
today.
I did check back in my
Fourth District Judge
trust
Tony
the,
Graff is expected to announce
Davidson's
whether
principles of
Robinson's
practice of medicine.
preliminary hearing
It is
schedule will
known.
begin less than 2 weeks.
But I
Will be
don't remember
delayed,
it. I've
and
certainly
whether
never
the
seen
press
a
will
case
be
of
allowed
it.
to have cameras and microphones
Pretty
in the
uncommon,
courtroom
but it is in the textbooks, so
during
this is something that's
Robinson's
known and
legal
recognised.
proceedings.
Well, a quick poll amongst friends this morning.
Everything is so expensive. Now Susan Collins voted to support Trump's war in Iran.
Virologists, doctors that specialise in infectious diseases.
You must
It's
not
not commonly
understand.
seen at all.
It just doesn't even make any sense.
So old dusty places,
Trump's
barns,
war
attics,
in
sheds,
Iran
cabins.
doesn't even make
particles
sense.
become airborne, and that can cause hantavirus pulmonary syndrome as it gets into the lungs. Then, of course,
It's just
there's
a
the
dumb,
potential for touching
educated,
contaminated
stupid
surface
waste
areas
of
the mouth and nose,
advertising
which is COVID.
space, I guess.
Bites are possible.
Whatever gets a
Eating
reaction,
contaminated
right?
food, so if that's walked over your dinner and food on it, then yes, that's a potential
Holy
risk.
crap.
Human-to-human transmission, difficult, but it does happen. Close contacts, partners, married partners, households, people sharing rooms, convicts sleeping, things like that. Or as we've seen this cruise ship where it's pretty small rooms, often in pretty cold environments if it's down south towards Antarctica. So very often one would imagine the doors were shut and the people were huddled inside. That's when you tend to get this kind of transmission, but difficult to catch. It's nothing like as transmissible as COVID or measles, nowhere near that transmissible, and there's way less cases. Now, having said that, at the moment, the healthcare officials around the world are scrambling to find all these people that escaped from the ship and went to all these different countries before it was diagnosed. After that first gentleman died, but it wasn't diagnosed. And their contacts, as we've already mentioned, the air stewardess from KLM, who may have sadly have contracted it, who was relatively close to people flying back home. US Centre for Disease Control, that's fairly uncommon in terms of diagnosis. 864 cases since 93 to 2023, so not many, but of course many more people will have caught it than have been diagnosed. Now, in fact, there's not a lot of studies on this, but the prevalence of antibodies, the number of people with antibodies in the community, in the UK seems to be about 2%, in the States probably slightly higher, especially in places like Colorado and Mexico. Maybe in Argentina it could be as high as 6%. So a relatively small number of people have had this virus, and when you talk to people who are antibody positive, who've been found in surveys, they normally don't know they've had it. So we must assume that people have had an intercurrent illness and got better and not realised they'd had hantavirus infection, or had a very mild case and maybe not even realised they were ill. So many people getting infected don't get very ill, but a proportion do. This is the problem. And for the people that do get ill, the mortality is quite high, which is the big risk, maybe 5 to 15, 20%, different figures from different sources. So yeah, some's been identified, but of course the vast majority won't have been tested. 40 states in the United States for sure, mostly from rural areas in the west, including California, Washington, Arizona, New Mexico, and Colorado are the main areas. Now, the rodents themselves, the rats, mice, voles, once they're infected for life, but very often they don't. Well, you can't say they're asymptomatic because you can't ask them, but there's no obvious signs that they're ill. They don't demonstrate clinical features. You get clusters in some areas. It seems that it's spread in areas where rats and mice breed in close proximity. So there are clusters. So it's quite possible that the rats in your compost heap don't have it, but the rats 50 miles away do. That's quite possible. But not many of those have had it. Of course, that's good because it means that it's not a common disease, but it's bad because it means we don't have much immunity to it. Not that we're expecting an outbreak, we are not. Although there could be localised cases, as we've said, which are being checked up on. Can be a very long incubation period. I mean, 8 weeks would be, I guess, the upper limit. I mean, 6 weeks is probably more common, but a very long incubation period, but certainly potentially up to a couple of months. Now, what's going wrong here is immune reaction. So there's immune reaction in the lungs, a bit like in COVID, really, in immunological inflammation. It causes inflammation, and that causes fluid to accumulate in the lungs to get pulmonary edema and breathing difficulties. And as well as pulmonary edema, that's fluid in the lungs, fluid collecting in the alveoli of the lungs. It's a form of drowning. You can also get fluid in the pleural spaces around the lungs and around the heart, pleural effusions, pericardial effusions, that you can also get with this particular virus. For people that are symptomatic, 5 to 15 to 33% die, depending on who you ask. This will depend on how well they're treated, of course. But for people that actually get ill, sadly, a fair percentage of them do not make it, unfortunately. As we said, most people with antibodies don't know they've had it. So in the UK, probably 2-3% of people have got antibodies. In the United States, probably about 3% of people have got antibodies. Not many people have had this infection, fortunately. There's lots of different viral types, of course, clades of the virus, variations, subsets of the virus, so that can be quite different presentations. But the main ones are the pulmonary syndrome and the renal hemorrhagic one. So the Western Hemisphere, including the US, hantavirus, pulmonary syndrome is the more common form. So it starts with flu-like symptoms, people just feel ill. Fever, chills. The chills actually means you're developing a fever because you feel cold because your body temperature's going up. Fatigue, muscle aches, headache, all common influenza type symptoms, of course. But abdominal pain is also possible, vomiting and diarrhea is also possible, and that is literally responsible for all these things can happen. About 4 to 10 days later, remember here we're talking about the pulmonary syndrome manifestation of the virus. About 4 to 10 days later, patients may develop a shortness of breath that can rapidly worsen, largely caused by the pulmonary edema. And this is why people can die on admission. Once people are ill, their oxygen saturations can be low, and their blood pressure will be low, usually as well. So not only are they not getting oxygenated, the tissues aren't getting perfused properly because of the low blood pressure. So that combination of oxygen and low blood pressure.
We have 3 people doing
Again,
funny comedy, 5
in
people
hospital
doing unfunny
situations,
comedy,
we
25
take out
people
both
who
of
exist
these, we
loudly,
can support
and we
blood
have
pressure
Mario
with quite
Lopez standing by
a
for a
wide
live
range of
stream.
medications.
Hey guys,
And of course we
excited
can
to be
also
here.
give
Let me know when you need me.
supplementary
We're
oxygen.
so excited you're here,
And
Mario.
even
We
take
need you
more
big time,
drastic
and
measures than
we
that
can't wait
should they
for you to be
become
here.
required, such as intubation and high concentrations of oxygen.
Okay, great.
And the other presentation, hemorrhagic fever with renal syndrome. So basically here you get internal
Tell me you
bleeding.
guys forgot about a me.
So hemorrhagic fever is what it says. It's a fever, high temperature, but you get bleeding changes as well. Primarily in Asia and Europe, this starts with fever, chills, headache, it's the same, back pain, abdominal pain, and nausea. Some may develop blurred vision, eye redness, rash, and facial flushing are the features there. And then, of course, later, when there's internal bleeding, the blood pressure goes down due to the blood loss and other factors. So internal bleeding into different organs, low blood pressure, and that leads to kidney failure, which means the patient basically will stop producing urine or produce very poor quality urine as the kidney is failing. So in hospital, the management, if we can find the right screen, here we are.
What do you have?
Management is optimised immunity.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
So
I was just sending my
things
group
like
chat to
vitamin
skip.
D,
I
of
made it,
course,
you
all
guys,
the
with the
things we talked
caption,
about,
when you're in
ad
Canada, you have to
infinitum.
stay at the safe hotel as middle management for the optics.
I hate when that happens.
Potentially giving them activated vitamin D, but that's not done alone. It would be a good idea to count if you dial. There are some limited general antivirals. Whether repurposed antivirals work that we believe are effective against certain other viral infections, don't say too much. So I need to spare see this video. They may well be effective. We are talking about an RNA virus after all. And of course supportive treatment, supporting the person overall, treating any bacterial secondary infections, supporting the blood pressure, giving transfusions, giving fluids, giving oxygen, giving ventilatory support, giving renal dialysis in the short term. Hemodialysis can be used in the short term. Even peritoneal dialysis could be used.
Do you want to take a gift
Or
of this
maybe
part
just
too?
hemofiltration, whatever the person needs to support their kidney function until kidney function returns. Now, the good thing about antivirus is if people don't actually die from it, they tend to make a full recovery, which of course is brilliant. But any contacts of these people need to have a high index of suspicion and get checked out very quickly if they start developing fevers and feeling unwell, and then Their mind can be put at rest with a simple blood test to test for the presence of the virus and the antibodies. And it's overwhelmingly likely they won't have it, but human-to-human transmission does seem to be occurring. So that's hantavirus. I'm not really remotely concerned about it. If I was, I would certainly tell you, and I would err on the side of caution, indicating things are perhaps, I wouldn't say things, I wouldn't give the impression things are more risky than they are, but I wouldn't downplay risks if I thought the risks were real, but in this case the risks are absolutely negligible to public health, thankfully. Although it does show the very viruses can spread around the world really quickly, and next time it could be a much more transmissible virus. If you think about it, if the death rate of this one's between, say, 5 and 30%, and it was highly transmissible, that would be bad. That would be seriously bad. But fortunately, it's not very transmissible, and there's not much of it. So I expect these cases will be isolated, and they will simply die out, and will return back to the endemic problem. That we always do.
That our policy should be regime change.
So protect yourself from rodents, especially if you're cleaning out like a rat's nest or something. You could disinfect it first and clean it when it's wet. What you don't want is you don't want it to be dry, so that all the dry urine and feces are going up into the air. That's the main thing, of course, masks and gloves and all that kind of stuff. But avoiding contact with rodents is the main thing.
You don't want to do a deal with the regime. I mean, do you think a ground
unless someone's been completely contact with them for a period of time, but as we've said, thankfully very uncommon, so don't worry about it, but let's take notice of it because it does illustrate the risks that we're living under as a result of globalization.
If you look at the situation inside Iran,
and that's without talking
I think
about
the regime
the
is,
meaning of
before the attacks
globalization.
was at its weakest
Believe that
point
there.
since it took
Thank you
power in
for-
1979. The population is overwhelmingly opposed to the regime. Young people who make up 70% of the population are under 30, massively dissatisfied with the regime. When the internet's on, when they look across the Gulf, they know they could have a different life. Ever since the murder of the young Kurdish woman, Mahsa Amini, over 3 years ago, almost 50% of the population, i.e. the women, are dissatisfied. They've told the Ayatollahs, you do not speak the word of God when it comes to our dress code. It's not just about
for
the
rural
dress code.
hospitals and health centers.
Fundamental attack
Senator Collins
on
co-sponsored the Halt Fentanyl Act, cracking down on drug traffickers.
Dissatisfied. The Kurds, the
The reason we never returned to the moon, at least until now, is because when the Apollo astronauts landed, they encountered aliens that issued a direct threat. The Russians intercepted these communications and equally freaked out. So, after the last Apollo mission, the last mission to the moon, we said, we're going to stay half away, lest these aliens come for us. Now that's the claim, that's the conspiracy theory, and many people stand by it, though, you know, in the mainstream, that's just silly nonsense. Today, the Pentagon has released dozens of UFO files, photos, strange images of strange materials, documents from the government's investigation into extraterrestrial and UAP phenomena. And in this, we got photos from the moon of strange objects in the sky. And many people are now saying this proves it. There was an encounter on the moon, and that's why we never went back. Or, I don't know, like lens flare, a scratch on the camera, who knows. Some are actually arguing, no, we've never gone to the moon, we still haven't gone to the moon, this is fake evidence to try and make you think we did. The theory goes something like this. We fabricated the moon landing to trick the Russians into thinking we had the capability to launch weapons from the moon, and we had better space tech than they did. But the whole thing was a soundstage in Arizona. They film a lot of these things on islands up in the Arctic Circle, so it looks strange and foreign to most people, but we've never gone to the moon. Now, as to the reason why they released these photos, they want you to, it's a double play, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're trying to trick you into thinking the real cover-up is that we did go to the moon, the aliens were there, and they wanted you to think we didn't go to the moon because then that would reveal the existence of aliens. So pick your poison, I guess. We never went to the moon, and the alien stuff is fake to make you think we did, or we did go to the moon, and they're lying about it because, or they're pushing these conspiracy theories we didn't because we found aliens. Have fun. We've got some photos to go through, and There is more updates on the pastors who have issued the warning, saying that they had been contacted by government officials telling them to prepare their congregations for disclosures on the existence of aliens. Oh boy, I'm having fun. You guys having fun yet? Before we jump into all of this, my friends, head over to timcast.com and get in the Discord community. Tens of thousands of people sharing news, ideas, culture, building projects. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And let it be said, the only thing that's ever changed a government, a system, a world, is a small group of dedicated individuals, which of course is a corruption on the actual quote, but you get the point, and it's true. Will you stand up? Enter the fray. Join this culture war. There are many ways you can do it. You can get in our Discord community where you can meet like-minded individuals, and your membership helps support the community and the work we do here at Timcast with videos like this. If you want to be involved, and I implore you, stand up and join us at timcast.com. Here's the report from the New York Post. Pentagon releases dozens of UFO files offering transparency on alien and extraterrestrial life. Take a look at this little video where they're showing some of the images that have been released. They say the War Department has released more than 160 files Friday related to sightings of UFOs, dating back nearly 80 years. 2 days after President Trump predicted, I think some of this is going to be very interesting to people. The disclosure of 162 files the Pentagon follows a presidential order from February calling for transparency around alien and extraterrestrial life, unidentified aerial phenomena, and UFOs. Quote, the American people can now access the federal government's declassified UAP files instantly. The latest UAP videos, photos, and original source documents from across the entire U.S. government are all in one place, no clearance required. The past administration sought to discredit for this.
Someone in class said, what are they teaching them in these expensive schools they go to? They're teaching them how to be creators, Joe. John. Sarah Marshall. So anyways, they sent over this article. Other people were asking questions and someone was making statements about how they were trying to distract from satellite technology. So someone sent this article. I think it's great, so I shared it. It says the War of the Worlds radio drama and I'll start over. Blah. What? Good. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to read this article. The War of the Worlds radio drama and film adaptations did not exist to distract the public from satellite technology. Instead, their timing aligned with major technological milestones in the space race, with creators rushing to produce alien-themed entertainment to capitalize on public fascination. The 1938 radio broadcast Orson Welles' H.G. Wells' The War of the Worlds. It's the most famous version. The goal, it was simply a holiday installment of the CBS radio program The Mercury Theater on the Air, designed to entertain audiences through a simulated breaking news formula. The timing, this occurred nearly 2 decades before the first artificial satellite, Sputnik, was launched by the Soviet Union in 1957. The 1953 film and the space race. When the iconic film The War of the Worlds was released in 1953, the public was heavily focused on the looming threat of the Cold War and the atomic bomb. The motivation, producers adapted the story to mirror real-world anxieties about atomic annihilation. Rather than being a distraction, the movie tapped directly into public excitement over rocket science and the burgeoning space race. The irony, real developments in satellite technology actually inspired subsequent films. For example, Roger Corman rapidly produced the movie War of the Satellites in 1958, precisely to cash in on the media frenzy following the Sputnik launches. Thank you. You're welcome.
Babies don't ever.
We went with the, they were all out of the Nescafe I get, so I got Starbucks, the micro brew. They have a blonde one that I got. I know, those sound so good, but they have dairy in them, so. I make exceptions on occasion with some things, but with that kind of stuff, no. And if I had to. So.
You try to go for points, I try to go
we'll
for
do
style.
a word in a
I know
little
my
bit.
city pride, I try to keep it wild. Ichiban, wicked one, Okinawa lab. I drink Genesis,
Playing my
I go
drums.
to dinner with my nemesis. Have a couple laughs while they plot how to finish this. Interested on how to get up on a wizard list. Senseless, you sense I'm the sensei. Apprentices, I'm the salt up in the cut. Who you trying to play but us? Like the DJ turning stuff. Who you trying to fool? We all know that shit's a plug, yeah.
Alright. Alright. Harry fucking Henderson.
Catch me in the mood. I ain't too cool for wrecking shit. Stoners on the loose. Call that shit a hippie flip. We just getting going. Yeah, this shit's just my starter kit. I'm on a good one.
Real fucking good one.
I'm feeling brand new. Yeah, I'm talking redone. They're talking about me. Talking about the real one. I'm out with Jenny tossing rocks at the building. Holly Stone, all that shit. So fly, call me pilot. MCs get a tourniquet. Body bag that murder it. This evidence is evident. We stampede in elephant. We crash out. I'm king bitch. I bitches up like living and shit.
Alright. What's that? Yeah, we have copies of that. Of course we do. Yeah, actually that's an exercise. We do that sometimes in class. Someone was suggesting from another class. Welcome. They've been with us for what, a few weeks now? 11 days? Cool. So yeah, they suggested that we go through our records and go through each one of our infractions, so to speak. Yeah, we do that sometimes in those classes. It helps sometimes with reflecting and bringing forth understandings, helping with treatment, prevention, that kind of stuff. Well, you know, it's just like, you know, we look at it just because someone gets a badge of honor. That doesn't mean that badge of honor means that you just trust that person blindly. Same way, if somebody has an infraction, doesn't mean we cast them off as somebody that you can't trust or as some dangerous criminal. Yeah, it seems like a lot of them like to do that. It's sick. But yeah, we do that sometimes. Would you like us to do that? Well, we were going to do some reading later, but we can do that instead maybe. I guess I'll see what kind of mood I'm in. I'm probably going to feel like reading instead, knowing me. But yeah, we haven't done that in a little while, so yeah, we can do that for you if you want. You're welcome. Thank you.
his arm and arm. He said it's hard to stop me. I'm far from Arby. Us when a bus pucks fucking hockey. Her hot a coffee when Abu Dhabi. And my dick went limp like some loppy toppy. But his body stopped me and I'm tired of talking. You want an accent? Here's a mouthful of cockney. Said you want a ring and you think that I'll drop me. Just put some pussy that'll bust out a box spring. All of the time that you tried to off me. The tables are turned and now the music is off beat. You wanted me back so you keep kissing me softly. I'd rather jack off in a stock with some hot tea. I'm over and out by like a walkity donkey. I'm leaving now, bitch. Try to stop me.
Ooh, alright. Ooh, alright.
WGU is a nonprofit university trusted by employers nationwide. Our accredited
I am everything that I said I am. Keep my shit tight, man. Motherfucking Hoover Dam. And I ain't cracking anytime soon. My mindset is fine tuned. This where I will be mine soon. Show down at high noon. Sharp as a harpoon. Crash like a monsoon. Style like a costume. I'm constantly awesome. Voice fresh as spring. Yo, my beats about to blossom. Caution, get out to pit when I'm moshing. My friends are a high and nice and I got them that way. We bowls on parade. My bowls full of weed, man. How you and a pterodactyl? You can call me caveman. California raisin. Hear me through the grapevine. Dirty BB days to give a man. I'm feeling just fine. I be out in Vegas while your bitches just a state line. I ain't never stopping till I finally feel I got mine.
We're never gonna lay down, we ain't going nowhere. You can come and give a try. Our bond is our blood and thicker than water. Like Rooney's never say die. Oh, like Goonies never say oh. Like Goonies never say die.
I keep it cool, right? I'm like an avalanche. I get stupid when I want to, Rain Man. I keep it flowing now. I do the rain dance. Man, everybody loves me, call me Rain Man. Here I go, I be getting so high like I'm standing on my tippy toes. Spread my wings and fly, but I got 2 arms where my wings should go. Hungry as an animal, tearing down the devil's door. He's selling me a soul for all the lyrics in my arsenal. Eyes red, lungs full, half messed the back bro. I'm about to kill this beat and throw it in a drowning pool. Airline style, cool, lyrics fresh, jet fuel. On this track, no looking back, I'm hippie like a hacky sack. Smoother than a Cadillac, leave MCs needing nutty back. Yeah, I lost my shit, but bitch, you know I got the passion back. Like the sign my temper trap, I'm laughing at your pussycats. I ain't never stopping till the top is what I'm looking at.
We're never gonna lay down, we ain't going nowhere. You can come and give a try. Our bond is our blood and thicker than water. Like Moody's never say die. Oh, like Goonies never say oh. Like Goonies never say die. Okay, listen up, kiddos. I'm a shark, you're a minnow. Balls on your chin, call your bitch Jay Leno. Don't go swimming, cause your shit sounds menstrual. We ain't here to play like Dr. Dre South Central. Spit my bitch you is to make you move your tits and shit. To have your body moving, have your hips throwing fits. Willie sitting high, just as I now the time is 9 now. Floor my DeLorean, Marty McFly. Yeah, anybody home? 2 spliffs to the dome. It's a headshot, dreadnought, noobs get pwned. Yeah, I fucking said it was so last year. I got a pack full of gear and a trunk full of beer. Never gonna lay down, we ain't going nowhere. You can come and give a try. Our bond is our blood and thicker than water. Like movies never say die. We're never gonna lay down, we ain't going nowhere. You can come and give a try. Our bond is our blood and thicker than water. Like movies never say die. Oh, like Goonies never say oh. Like Goonies never say die. This is for my people out there feeling like they black sheep, running from the wolves that are nipping at your back feet. Leather jacket, pocket knife, Spencer in the back streets, burst into flames like a match to a gas leak. Only thing that kept me back in school was art class. Had a friend with the black flag armband. He said it's cool if they all don't understand you. Just be yourself. You know what you're here to do. There's the haters, there's the bullies, there's the know-it-alls, but they just hate the faults, so they just hate us all. It's irrelevant if they feel big and tall, cause we're just tiny ants out in space on a giant ball. Hate 'em, wait 'em, go through some shade on 'em. Hate 'em, wait 'em, go through some shade on 'em. Walk on me cause you think you're strong, doesn't make you feel good. Show me up cause you think I'm wrong, doesn't make you feel good. Ooh, it doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right.
Sometimes I wonder why I can't understand. My head keeps running like a river over troubled sand. And I'm just thinking of these reasons you would do me wrong. I can't think of one, I guess we all got our opinions. And I'm just out here trying to be good, do right, trying to do things my life. You just love gospel stride. Keep my eyes closed, my head down, head straight, my mind clear. My energy stays vibrant cause I'm vibing on that right shit. Yeah.
Thank you.
And fuck that lotion holding me down. Only way out of here, so y'all too busy sticking around for me.
Hate on 'em, wait 'em, go throw some shade on 'em. Hate on 'em, wait 'em, go throw some shade on 'em. Walk on the weak cause you think you're strong, doesn't make you feel good. Wanna show me up cause you think I'm wrong, doesn't make you feel good. Oh, it doesn't make it right.
Cheers. Salud.
Walk on the weak cause you think you're strong, doesn't make you feel good. Wanna show me up cause you think I'm wrong, doesn't make you feel good. Ooh, it doesn't make it right. Gonna get loud cause we don't agree, doesn't make you feel good. Gonna go to war cause you don't agree, doesn't make you feel good. It doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can tell right from that. Oh, they stank of it. It was written all over their face. He was not impressed with the strawberry swirl from Wendy's. He goes, "What happened to the Frosty?" I said, "It's a swirl now." This isn't a swirl. All this strawberry syrup was at the bottom, and the ice cream was so thick. We were trying to stir it. Like, "Do you want me to stick it in the blender?" He's like, "Why would they do this?" I'm baffled by it myself.
Shots to the sky, signal sign for the chase. The safe was nearly empty, and they were nearly free, but was seen by the good eye of the mean Billy Green. And he screamed at the top of his lungs, "They're on the run!" It's the two outsiders, grab your horses and your guns. I said I wish that we could stay here, but I fear our time has come. We can ride out in the darkness, chasing.
What is it?
I see you've been chasing your monsters and they've been driving you bonkers, just flying in with rocket launchers of lights that blow out they conscious. If you really want to juxtapose and take a darker color with the flash of rose and then you put it in your ink and watch it go, your mind is always open when your eyes are closed because you find the color and you find the green, find all the things that you don't need and you find them out and then you plant a seed, then you nourish it a little. You're building it up,
they're breaking it down. Keep holding your ground.
Through the sound, I live in the now. The sky's my home and I live in the clouds. Now and never, bound forever. Making a change and making it better. I live with the shit, I love the pain. It's part of the journey, it's part of the game. I've been alone in the dark and the rain. I see the end and I wasn't afraid. I've been in tears and I wasn't ashamed. I hear the sound that I'm hearing is change.
You're building it up,
they're breaking it down. Wanna give up, keep holding your ground. Choir style.
My treatment choice? Go.
I'll pray you don't have a fatal reaction. What were the other options?
sounded good in the car, but we already said the stereo. Yeah, she thought I was cool, but she don't know me at all. Said he heard me on the radio. He said I said every word that he was thinking when he felt that pretty lady though. Yeah, he thought I was cool, but she don't know me at all. I'm still looking for the right line. I really think I'm losing my mind. Yes, I do, it's true. But I close my eyes and just keep moving on. You don't hear me when I'm screaming. And just like you, I got my demons. Yes, I do, we do. So close your eyes and just keep moving on. She said she had me on the radio. She said I even sounded good in the car, but we already said the stereo. Yeah, she thought I was cool, but she don't know me at all. Said he heard me on the radio. He said I said every word that he was thinking when he felt that pretty lady though. Yeah, he thought I was cool, but she don't know me at all. You don't know me at all. You don't know me at all. We do it all for us. We do it all for you. And no matter what happens in this love, we can all get through. Think it's paradise, think it's fashion like shade. Think it's all been given. Think it's easy living. She said she had me on the radio. She said I even sounded good in the car, but we already said the stereo. Yeah, she thought I was cool, but she don't know me at all. Said he heard me on the radio. Said I said every word that he was thinking when he thought that pretty lady though. Yeah, he thought I was cool, but she don't know me at all. Don't you know me 'cause you listen to the songs I'm singing.
Your car deserves more performance with every drive. Shell V.
We all running in the same race. Ain't nobody winning. We only here for a minute, yeah. So everybody slow down. Your life is beautiful. Let's all take a moment now. Let's just try to breathe it in. Let's go get some feelings out. Let's try to remember what it felt like to be young and free. Yeah, those days are gone, but there'll be better ones ahead, you see. And it's been on my mind, it's been on my mind. It takes up all my time, oh yeah, all my time. And we were searching for some things that we may never find. But in the end, yeah, I know it's all love. We all running in the same race. Ain't nobody winning. We only here for a minute, so everybody slow down. We all headed to the same place, so we better get to living. We only here for a minute, so everybody slow down. I see mountains in the distance, yeah, they're calling me. The open river, waterfall, away from everything. I think about getting away every day. And it's been on my mind, it's been on my mind. It takes up all my time, oh yeah, all my time. And we were searching for some things that we may never find. But in the end, yeah, I know it's all love. We all running in the same race. Ain't nobody winning. We only here for a minute, so everybody slow down. We all headed to the same place, so we better get to living. We only here for a minute, so everybody slow down. Slow down. I'm on that overload, overkill. I'm redlining, I'm blue pills, high octanes, my intake. I'm P Swayze, man, point break. Make no mistakes, I don't care. Not one shit will be given here. Make the room shake, earthquake, turbulence, outer space, yeah, let it go. Cruise control, full speed ahead with my eyes closed. I smoke the best, just hydro. Make my eyes red like Diablo. I'm taking off, next to go. Molotov, set the blow. These crimson eyes, I set the glow. Medieval shit, man, crossbows, we dangerous. Beast mode, got catapults for the bags of dope, man, set in stone, good to go. Found my zone in the Alamo, yeah, big time. Dinosaur, so big, colossal. You stuck in dirt, man, fossils. We taking out full drop door, let's go. Yelling at the sky, singing. Rolling till we go out, singing. Yelling at the sky, singing.
Okay, got it, get it, good like a big bad wolf when he lost in the woods, put deep in the beat like he's rocking a hood with the nose of a sheep, and I wish you would try to find me like you wish you could. Roll real deep and it's understood. We getting real fucked up and I'm feeling real good. Gotta carry me home underwood. Nice on a mic like a knife to the throat. Lights real hot cause the bass real low. Wipe the side when you fight with a bloke. Watch me your bite cause you might just choke. Dead man walking into the rope. If I hit this one more time then I might just blow. You dirty head, you filthy bro. Fuck it then, someone give me this hope. Mop in the floor with a quick down the door, rock the performance, stop it, I'm on to ya. Awkwardly over the top of the score like rings in the door, man, I'll go to war for ya. These crazy lights, these lazy nights, I'm Franco, I got me yelling at the skylight. Yelling at the sky, singing. Rolling till we go out, singing. Yelling at the sky, singing. Yelling at the sky, singing. Rolling till we go out, singing. Yelling at the sky, singing. Inhale, exhale, clear the bone, no stale smoke. Lungs open like a ship sail. Mutiny when you double choke. My boot hits like a drum kick. No two shits, do I give a fuck? My crew's thick like a fat bitch. And she's hungry, food get eaten up. Don't step a stone, we walk a tall. Footprints down the hall. Knock down, we stand up. We party hard, get your hands up. We blaze up, smoke you out. Mind trap, we broke you out. There's an undertone, don't hesitate. We low calorie, we medicate. In our zone, it's sucker free. And you're that bitch, it sucks to be. When the doctor's in, it's about y'all. Remember there's no house call. My door's open with the nurse waiting. Sexy bitch bringing my first patient. Heart racing, paper chasing. I'm Bruce Wayne and your Dick Grayson. Yelling at the sky, singing. Rolling till we go out, singing. Yelling at the sky, singing. Yelling at the sky, singing. Rolling till we go out, singing. Yelling at the sky, singing.
Long hair don't care about nothing, man. Out here all day, head hunting, yeah. Make way when you hear me come strumming, man. Sounds so good, got your head red rumming, yeah. Listen to me now, listen to me carefully. And I'ma tell you about the birds and the honeybees. Learn to hear you in Life University. And getting low ain't nothing what it used to be. So I get higher than a motherfucker all day. Just to keep it cool, yeah, doing this shit my way. And I don't care for the ones who don't care for me. Have a bitch of summer, man, thanks for the memories. Listen to me now, listen to me real good. People out there ain't living like they should not. Now I get higher than a motherfucker all day. Just to keep it cool, yeah, doing this shit my way. I'ma do it every I want. I'ma do whatever I like. I'ma do whatever feels good. Yeah, I'ma do whatever feels right. Always before you cross the line. There's no turning back. The hands of time. a new day, yeah, it's a new dawn. I need some new shit, yeah, I need a new song. Been a long time coming, man, I'm out here staring at the skies, go wide with my hands out. Now I'm high than a motherfucker all day, just to keep it cool, yeah, doing this shit my way. I'ma do whatever I want, I'ma do whatever I like, I'ma do whatever feels good, and I'ma do whatever feels right. Always before you cross the line. There's no turning back, there's a time. End of the day, feel me right. Be on my way to the end of the night. I'm on my own in the darkest skies. Be on my way all through the night. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Look both ways before you cross the line. There's no turning back, there's a time. End of the day, feel me right. Be on my way to the end of the night. I'm on my own in the darkest skies. Be on my way all through the night.
Good.
At YoPlay, we always select the best strawberries.
Being able to eliminate
Windows don't roll down.
Okay.
Here you go.
I stopped you for doing 57 and a 50 back there, and you also...
Excuse me?
Yeah. 57 and 50.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then you also left the roadway when you pulled out of the gas station. You actually went onto the grass coming on the North Ocean Shore.
Oh, okay.
Did you have it
on video?
All right, everyone. I'm Frank Slope. I'm coming up on 25 years as a deputy sheriff here in Arizona. Today, we're going to be doing some body cam breakdown. We're going to be using card number 4 from our body cam bingo bunch of cards. So if you've got one, you can play with a different card. If you want them, you can find them on our website. Arrested on Cam is the channel that we found today's video. It's another impaired driver. I happen to love impaired driving investigations. That's all I know about it. But we're going to check it out, and we're going to see how this impaired driver does with this card.
The 57 I do. I don't know about coming out there, because I was coming up to catch up to you.
Oh. From where?
From the gas station.
Oh.
Wow.
Do you have your registration proof insurance?
Can I go in the glove box?
Yeah, go ahead.
How else would you get it?
Is this the title or the registration?
Am I allowed to dig?
Well, yeah, I'm waiting for you to get the registration and
I'm surprised you haven't ran my name.
Well, I've been standing next to you the whole time.
Oh. I stop people every day with a stack of papers in their glove box, and they don't need any of them. Like all of your tire shops and where you take your car to get an oil change, if you have someone else do it for you, all of those companies keep records. You don't have to keep a receipt from 3 years ago when you got your oil changed in February. No one cares. But people take those and they put them in their glove box, and then there's all of this superfluous paperwork when all you need in your glove box is your registration paperwork and proof of insurance. That's it. You need 2 pieces of paper in there. Maybe some napkins if you have kids. That's it. That's it. Nothing. The stuff that I see in glove boxes is unbelievable. And that level of disorganization just extends everything because you have to go through all of these pieces of paper, which who knows how many there are in there in some people's. This guy, if he just would have reached over and said, here's my registration and insurance, it would have cut down all of that back and forth.
Did I run?
No, what are you drawing? Yeah, the registration and insurance. Is that
right there?
Can I read it? It's upside down.
No, you got a camera on your ass.
Well, the camera's on my chest. I don't know how it'd be videoing me if it was on my ass.
Yes.
Wow. I really don't understand what the issue is right now.
The issue is you don't know who you met.
Okay, well, is this a mystery?
I'd have to turn my bum through your face. My bum.
Nice to meet you too, sir.
That's a weird.
Oh, I gave you the right card.
Yeah, you did. Leave that there for a second. Just do me a favor while I'm running. I'm gonna have you hop out of the car, okay?
Can I put that in the glove box?
Yeah, it's like company item myself.
We'll go to the front of the car.
Just like your personal safety, you should also be concerned with your online security. That's why you need to check out this video's sponsor, CyberGhost VPN. CyberGhost VPN is one of the most trusted VPN providers on the market, with more than 20,000 excellent reviews on Trustpilot. They have more than 38 million users worldwide.
Kind of thing.
There are plenty of eyes that are watching everything that you do online, even when you're in incognito mode. CyberGhost encrypts your internet
they do that in
traffic
some of
and
those
reroutes
classic,
it to
the
more than
emotional
100 countries.
exercises.
That secure VPN tunnel
Looking
helps
in the
to
mirror
hide you
and
from
doing the
hackers
different
and to protect your privacy.
emotions.
You can watch Netflix, Amazon, Disney Plus,
There's
and any
actually a
other
lot of
service through the
different
VPN.
benefits to it.
And with CyberGhost, you can stream
Yeah,
videos
just
that are
doing,
geoblocked.
like,
And
sometimes
by
they'll
changing your
do,
location, you can also score better deals online.
like, what
CyberGhost
happens
can
when you
protect
smile,
on up to 7 devices
frown,
and any
different
operating system,
muscles
including
and nerve
Windows, Mac,
centers in the
Android,
face.
and iOS.
I
So
know,
you
it's
share
like
it
so
with your friends and
complex.
family.
It's pretty
So give
interesting.
CyberGhost a try.
This
That's
stuff.
risk-free with a 45-day money-back guarantee. Go to cyberghostvpn.com/FrankSlope to get 84% off and 4 months free. That comes out to just $2.03 per month.
Go to the front of my car.
Yeah, I mean, it's about you and it's universal at the same time. So
Go to the
I
front.
love that stuff.
What is?
Good call.
I'm not fighting nothing.
Give me your hands.
What is wrong with this guy?
Give me the channel. I want resisting.
All right, so right here, see deputy gets on there, tells them to hold the channel, clear the channel. Different verbiage, same thing. What that means is, hey, I've got something going on here. No one else talk on the radio. Start coming towards me. It is very typical that when you're in a foot pursuit, you're in a vehicle pursuit, you're in a physical fight. This one, we have someone physically, attempting to not be under arrest or, actually physically resisting you. You want the channel because if you come up, you don't want anyone talking when you hit your mic because then you're not going to be able to talk. It's only one person can talk on the radio at the time. So that's what when that deputy says that, that's what he's looking for. He's looking for, hey, hold this channel open for me so that I can continuously give updates and anyone that's in the area start towards me.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop you on the ground. Go to the ground. Here we go.
I did what you told.
Give me this hand. Put it behind your back. Dude, give me your hand, bro.
Dude, start that shit.
111, clear the channel. I'm 1, let's get my 10-15. You're under arrest, buddy.
That needed to happen.
What?
Just still have me.
I got it for what?
Compare anyone else.
Might not want to do that.
So I think that right from the word go, right, as soon as this deputy walks up to the car, door opens, at that moment, he's getting probable cause to arrest this driver. The entire contact, the mood swings, the up and down. I'm sure he says that, you know, that you can smell alcohol. This is a DUI investigation. When subject gets out, he squares up with the deputy. It's obviously a nonverbal cue, but he stands out in that aggressive, almost posturing stance. And then you can tell that he kind of pushes back towards the deputy as the deputy directs him back towards the front of his car. I'm great with this arrest decision right now. I love it. There's no reason to dance with this guy. He's obviously non-compliant. He's not going to do anything else. He's not going to perform field sobriety tests. It's easier just to get him into handcuffs and take that fight out of him. So I love it. I love what this deputy did, and I think it happened at the perfect time.
Sir, you're crushing my wrist.
Okay, well, we'll fix it.
Everything is so expensive. Now Susan Collins voted to support Trump's war in Iran, driving up gas prices. Now it's costing me an extra $30 every time I fill the tank on this truck. Tell Susan Collins, stop supporting Trump's wars.
Make a move to Clinique Foundation. Try an even better formula that visibly reduces dark spots on bare skin. Or get a radiant glow in a vitamin-powered foundation. Either way, you win.
Oh, yeah.
This is tender, juicy, slow-smoked barbecue from Arby's.
Yeah, that got intertwined with some of those other investigations.
Cause it feels right. Just like water. Cause you love baby, start okay.
So why don't we make this simple? Your best warrior against mine. Father, you're more than a match for any Philistine. Besides, God fights for us.
So be it. Choose your men to fight, Achish.
Good. Very good. Very, very, very good. Deal. Bring out Goliath! Huge. That's not him. That's his armor bearer. Like a mountain. He's the biggest thing I've ever seen, and I once seen a whale.
Here, come on, get on your butt. Get on your butt, brother. There you go. Why are you doing that?
I'm not doing shit.
Dude, I asked you to go to the front of my car. You got it right up in my face.
Yeah. I stepped out of my vehicle, sir.
How much have you had to drink tonight?
I have not had anything to drink.
You seem drunk. You reek like alcohol. You have glassy eyes, and you're slurring your words.
Yep. I agree. This guy is not a happy drunk. When I start consuming alcohol, I don't get mean. I get nicer. I get a little bit more bubbly, probably a little bit more outgoing, but I never ever get mean. If you get mean when you consume alcohol, you should probably not consume alcohol. You should probably just not do that, drink iced tea, and remain not a jerk. This guy doesn't have that ability tonight.
Don't broke your driver's license.
No, it was already broken.
Oh. Charlie, want to look fire?
Supervisory request gets a bingo.
I'm 10-4, 10-62, top right. Yo. No. I said no. I said no. Sit up. I don't need you getting any breathing issues with me.
Hey, can I put this shit back in my pocket as I stand up to you, sir?
No.
So I'm not allowed to stand up.
No.
That's correct. You're drunk. I want you to fall over.
Dude.
Why did you just
from here? I'm from Palm Beach County. I'm from Palm Beach County. You tell me to stand, you tell me to sit.
Yeah, the worst thing about this is you broke my flashlight.
I didn't do shit. But step out of my vehicle when you told me.
Yeah, I told you to go back from the front of my car and you didn't.
Excuse me, sir. Yeah. Come here.
Hey, just give me a second right now. He's under arrest already. I want to search him. I'm just looking for this part of my flashlight. Hey man, you are under arrest. You know that, right?
Yeah. I'm in fucking handcuffs.
Also correct.
Put that one foot underneath your butt. We'll get you up.
Come here.
He's coming here.
I'm fucking fat.
I'm not light, that's for sure.
There's a big boy. Come here.
I don't know how much closer you want me to get to you, brother.
You want to talk to my father?
This old boy here is like, you don't know who my dad is. My dad. I guarantee if his dad was there and saw him acting like that, when he got home, he'd probably get a boot in his butt. There is no reason to act like that. But I don't know what this threat is of you don't know who I am, or you don't know who my dad is, or like, I don't know what that means. And I don't know what people expect us to do when we get threatened with, you don't know who my dad is. Like, I also don't care, because it doesn't have anything to do with the way that you're acting. So, there needs to be a little bit of self-accountability here.
For 22 years, he was the mayor of Lantana. Come here. I have my cards in my hand. I am okay. Training day. There's no drugs, no guns, no nothing in that vehicle.
You want to get that side real quick, Barstool? I don't have any gloves on me for a while.
Well, I have my vape.
No.
And my vape. No.
Sir, I have
Sit down.
clavicle
Sit down.
on my waist.
Sit down. We'll get it.
Sir?
Sit down. There you go. Get in the car. Put your feet in.
Excuse me, sir,
Put your
you
feet in.
smashed my head into the side of the car.
You aren't so drunk.
That's his leg.
You lie like a bitch!
Whoa. My first thoughts on this guy is that he's just a high school jock that probably started drinking in high school, and his life, like Al Bundy, I don't know if any of you are married with children fans, he peaked in high school and it's just been downhill since there. And that's kind of what this guy looks like. He just There is no reason to straight off the bat immediately be a jerk with someone. Is that what happens when he doesn't get his vape?
Go! Ah! 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 Hurry up! Hurry up, you bitches! Bitches!
So I got your wallet. Is there anything else you want to go into the jail or no?
Listen,
Listen, what?
you put my money in my wallet. You put my ID and everything I have that says who I am and what I am.
What are you?
Really? My father. Yeah? Yeah? You couldn't handle shit, bitch. You were lucky I was nice. Yeah?
I believe that.
It's fucking training day, you bitch! Training day, you bitch! What am
Good movie.
Sit for?
Good movie.
Today only show you and what you're made of.
Oh, resisting arrest without violence. Come here. Yeah, I got like 47 of them.
47 what?
Keep quiet. You told me to step out of the vehicle.
Yep. That's
I walked. You bitch.
I don't think he did.
Now you're trying to take my vehicle?
Oh, it's going.
There ain't shit in my vehicle. Hey! You know who your big brother is? I just lost my little brother Monday.
Don't forget to point your camera at the QR code or click the link below to get the special discount that CyberGhost VPN is giving my audience. This application will protect your data and will give you full access to all of the blocked content on the internet. All this for just $2.03 a month. That's risk-free with a 45-day money-back guarantee. So check out CyberGhost VPN.
I really just lost my little brother Monday. Ugh, this shit. Come here. They ain't gonna find shit in that car. I don't do drugs and I don't drink.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's why.
Really?
Yeah.
You stepped out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask that you perform field strike exercise on it.
Really? Were you the one sitting in the hospital? Yeah.
No.
You don't wanna. No. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you got amped up all right. Someone said, whoa, don't grab me like that. Yeah. Come here.
Come here.
You don't know.
Like in the back seat?
Oh, DUI. Yeah, come here.
You're
Come
definitely DUI.
Ass clown.
All right, card number 4. We only got one. He said for what? A whole bunch of times. I was hoping there was going to be something else there, but he just, I wish it was like called for daddy, because that would have been a good one. But nothing on card 4. If you played with a different card, throw a comment down in the bottom if you got a bingo. The biggest bingo is being a member. I'm leaving in a couple days to go back and see my dad. When I travel, I put videos out for members only. I just use my cell phone or I use a 360 cam. Then I try to take all of the members along with me when I travel. So if you'd like to go with me, boom, right here, this is our button to be a member. Once you get a member, you get a little Fridays with Frank badge. You also get access to stuff that other people don't, like videos when I travel. You also get to do members only chats. So we just had one. We had one in late April, and we're going to have another one in May here towards the end of the month. And if you're a member, you get to join. So click it.
Shutterfly knows you're not just taking pictures, you're preserving your story. And for over 25 years, we've been here to help you share it.
Something that means something. Shutterfly.
A simple traffic stop ends with a chaotic arrest when this brat refuses to comply with cops after things don't go her way.
How about, like, no? Didn't do anything wrong.
Officers in Monmouth Beach, New Jersey conducted the stop around midnight after witnessing the driver make an illegal U-turn.
Hello, citizens. So I'm Frank Slope, 24-year veteran in the Sheriff's Office. Today, we're going to be doing body cam breakdown, and we're going to be playing body cam bingo. So, got a good card going here? So we're going to see what we can do. Uncovered is the video we're going to be checking out today. That's the channel we found it on. They're not one that we visit a lot, but this one's got some great potential. So Sam likes it, and I hope you do too.
Hi, how are you? Monmouth Beach Police. Do you have your license, registration, and insurance?
All right.
Yeah, so I'm like in the middle of getting you this car. This is a rental car. Okay, can you just turn the music down? I'm sorry. Is there a reason why you're pulling over? When I get all your documents, I'll let you know.
I like it.
That's how it works. I just want to know when. I'll let you know right when I get all your documents. So what do you need? Because it's a rental. Your license, the registration, and the insurance. Does it come with some type of? And it's not mine, so I got you. Okay. Does it have any type of insurance in it? When I get all your documents, I'll let you know. So you don't know mine? No, I do not. Not with a valid reason? No, I do. Okay, so I want to know who I'm speaking to first. I want to get your documents. Do you at least have your license on you? Okay. Do you at least have your license on you? I have like a temporary license. Okay, can I have it? It's like in my phone. Okay, can I see it?
I love that initially this officer's like, hey, I need your driver's license, registration, current proof, insurance. It's like, well, why'd you stop me? I'll tell you when I get all your stuff. I love that. I love it because you get into this back and forth there and you still have no idea who the person is. And this is the type of, you can just tell right off the bat, this is the type of person that's gonna argue with you. So I like the fact that initially, that this officer's like, no, you give me what I want, then I'll tell you, maybe. They're not under any sort of requirement. I think California is the only state that I know of that has to tell you why they stopped you. You can go through an entire traffic stop and never tell someone. A lot of times it's agency policy or personal preference, but it's not state law. We don't have to tell you, especially here in Arizona. So you can find out what I stopped you for when I write you a ticket.
Really, why are you pulling me over? Because you made a U-turn in the middle of Ocean Avenue, and you can't make a U-turn. Okay. Like how big? No problem. For the 18, 13. Okay, is it New Jersey? Yeah. I'm sorry, I just can't see that far away. I have like tickets. So. You have tickets? For what? Like my old
driving terrible.
Okay. And like the license thing, so I got the license. Like if it was just like expired, and then like I missed like a date, so I have to resort to court. Okay. So like you could just not. Unfortunately, I'm just pulling you over because you made a U-turn in the middle of Ocean Avenue. Where are you coming from tonight? Where was food? Pepperoni. Okay. How much have you had to drink tonight? None at all? And like a glass of wine? Just a glass?
That's something, isn't it?
Say for me. She's missing out. She's got a glass.
What's her name? Where's she from?
She was out right now. She had a temporary license. I guess she just got it. So I just took the number off of her, like the when they email you. She's gotta give me a hard time to give me the license. She said it's a rental car. I'm gonna run her license. I'm gonna try and pull her out.
Cut.
If you wouldn't mind just stepping out of the car for me, I just want to run you through a few tests, and then you're gonna be okay to drive if the tests go accordingly, okay? The vehicle just. No, I'm not. I just want you to perform some tests.
No one said arrest.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Just because of like you smell like I smell alcohol, so that's okay. No problem.
All right, guys, check this out. This is literally the wallet I now carry every day. It's super thin and it's tough. Check this out. Boom. This little thing holds up to 14 cards, and there are all kinds of customizations. My favorite customization is this Finder card. It's like an AirTag, but it's the size of a credit card, and it works seamlessly with Apple's Find My app. Extra makes all other kinds of cool stuff too, like this travel pack vacuum kit. Get up to 15 items in this little bag, and with this little rechargeable vacuum, which is unbelievably powerful, you can maximize the space in your carry-on and protect your clothes from odors and spills. Extra backs up their products with a 100-day money-back guarantee. Extra's currently offering a Valentine's Day sale, up to 40% off site-wide until February 25th. Plus, use code FRANK20 at checkout for an extra 20% off.
Okay. Do you have any issues with your eyes, contacts, glasses, anything like that?
I vitiligo, so I just can't see the whole night.
Okay. What is that? Is it just not being able to?
Like I can't see, like a little bit of night blindness.
Okay.
But why shouldn't we drive?
I can't see the whole night.
Okay. No problem. Any glasses, contacts, anything like that?
I need them too.
No. Okay. Okay. No problem. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna stand with your feet together with your hands down by your side. Can you see the tip of my pen? Okay. You can. Okay. Can you tell me what color it is? Black. Okay. I know it's a silly question. I just have to ask. Okay. So you're gonna follow the pen, the tip of your pen, the pen, with your eyes and your eyes only. Okay. You're not gonna move your head at all. Do you understand?
Super easy.
You can see it.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, you're the one who said you were blind.
I really want to do this. I guess it's kind of weird.
Okay. your eyes to make sure that you're okay to drive. I'm fine. Okay, no problem.
You don't take people's word for
Do
it.
you want to continue the test? No? Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to do any of the other balance tests? No. Nothing at all? Okay. Can you just stand right here then? What does that mean? I want you to stand right over there. Like, what happens if I say no? You can refuse. Like, this is dumb. Okay.
No, well, something there is dumb.
What if you refuse that bad? Well, I'm going to have to base my decision off of what my observations thus far. Oh, okay.
She doesn't even know what that means.
You can technically it's not. So what do you want me to do? No, it is up to you. If you want to continue the tests, I can continue the tests. If you don't want to continue the tests, I'm going to make my decision off of what I've observed thus far. So you want to give me a ticket? No, I don't want to give you a ticket. That's why I'm having you perform these tests.
So dumb.
Pen. Can you stand closer to me?
Not difficult.
Sorry. I'm like this all the time. Okay. Can you see the pen okay? Can you stand?
Why wouldn't you be like that all the time?
Wait, by your side. Thank you. Yes. Can you see the pen okay? Yeah, okay. You're going to follow with your eyes and your eyes only. Keep your head straight. I'm sorry. I'm not trusting this. Do you want to continue the test? I'll try.
What is... Why can you not do
Can you
this?
stand forward to me? Do you want to do the other two tests first, and we can come back to this? Okay. Are you comfortable walking in those shoes? Because they are very tough. You're okay walking in them? Yeah? Okay. Okay. So you're going to pretend that there is a line, an imaginary line in front of you, okay? Okay. So you're going to put your left foot on that line. You're going to stay in this position.
Dyslexic? I don't think that has to do anything with your left and right.
So you're going to take, I didn't tell you to start yet.
There we go.
So you're going to take 9, put your hands down by your side. You're going to take 9 heel-to-toe steps down that line. I'm going to explain the instructions. You're going to stay in the starting line.
Just stand there.
Whatever you want. If you're more comfortable in bare feet, then go bare feet. 9 heel-to-toe steps, left first. Okay, so you're going to put your left foot on the line, and you're going to put your right foot in front of your left, with your hands down by your side, touching heel-to-toe.
Instructions.
And I didn't tell you to start yet, okay? So I'm not, okay. This is hard steps.
No, it's not. It's not hard at all.
Heel-to-toe steps down that line. At the end of your 9th step, leaving your lead foot planted on the line, you're going to take a series of small steps to turn around and take 9 heel-to-toe steps. I'm going to demonstrate it for you. It's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3. You're going to take a series of small steps, and you're going to count back 1, 2, 3. Again, I did 3. You're going to do 9. So you're going to look.
Good instructions.
Okay, you're going to look down at your feet. You're going to count your steps out loud, keeping your hands down by your side, touching heel-to-toe, and taking 9 heel-to-toe steps. Do you understand these instructions? We'll find out. Well, do you understand?
We'll find out.
9 and 9, 9 heel-to-toe steps with a series of small steps, leaving your lead foot planted on the line, and 9 heel-to-toe steps out. Count your steps.
Pretty simple.
Look down at your feet. Like to you. You're not going to count to yourself if you're counting out loud, right? Okay, so count to 9 that way, and then what do I do at the end? A series of small steps to turn around, leaving your lead foot planted.
Impaired short-term memory.
Another series of 9 steps back down the line. Okay. Do you understand these instructions? Yeah. Okay, you may begin.
It also already knows.
With your hands down.
Hands down to your side.
Okay, 1, 2. This is like your drunk test, but like I'm not drunk. Like it's impossible to do this, you know that way. It's not.
It's not impossible.
4. This sounds so ridiculous. 5. I'm gonna fail this. 6.
You already have.
7. I'm not drunk, I swear. I'm just like sad. 8, 9.
Okay. That didn't look anything like keeping your lead foot planted and taking a set of small steps.
It's not. This is a geographical bullshit government test. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
The standardized field sobriety test battery, so the eye test, HGN, walk and turn, and the one-leg stand, are incredibly simple tests. They are tests that sober people don't show signs and symptoms of impairment, and impaired people do. So as she has a problem simply standing with her left foot on the line, her right foot directly in front of it, which is pretty simple. You just stand there. And then taking 9 steps, turning and taking 9 steps back. We're not doing gymnastics. We're walking. It's what bipeds do. So this is not difficult. And the fact that she's, throwing such a fit about how hard these tests are, you're literally taking 9 steps. It's not this, we're not asking you how to cross stitch. So I just, her entire idea and her complaint of, well, these are impossible is not true. I'm 47, I've had a back surgery, I've been hard on my body for years, and I can perform these tests as long as I'm sober.
Everything is so expensive. Real estate's outrageously expensive. Groceries are outrageous. Health insurance is outrageous. It's because Susan Collins voted with Trump to raise our health care cost and our insurance premiums here in Maine, while we struggle to afford the basics. Now Susan Collins voted to support Trump's war in Iran, driving up gas prices. Now it's costing me an extra $30 every time I fill the tank on this truck. What it really matters is Susan Collins sided with Donald Trump and made us pay more. Tell Susan Collins, stop supporting Trump's wars.
You can mix it with lotion, turn it to a body mist, and even shave with it. Show your glow with Palmer.
Get this exceptional offer on 2026 Cadillac Optic models.
In the dark, in the cold, in the heat. Holidays, weekends, 24/7. Through Maine's strongest storms, we're always out there, finding solutions, keeping the grid stable. We don't generate the power, but we do everything it takes to safely deliver it to you. This work takes training, so we teach the next generation. Reliability's improved, and we're working to keep that momentum going. We're here for Maine, because we're Mainers too.
Okay, am I drunk or not?
Yes.
Is that how you wanted to complete the test? Okay. The next one is going to be the one leg stand. You're going to stand with your feet together. Put your hands down by your side. You're going to pick one foot, either of your choosing, approximately 6 inches off the ground. I'm going to demonstrate it, okay? It's going to look like this. 1001, 1002, 1003, and so on until I tell you to stop. So that foot is going to be parallel to the ground with your legs straight, and you're going to count aloud in the fashion 1001, 1002, 1003, and so on.
Good instructions.
By your side and counting out loud. I was listening, sorry. Okay, no problem.
You are listening. What are you doing while you're standing there?
So you're going to stand with your hands down by your side and your feet touching heel to toe. Yep, right there. You're going to lift one foot, either of your choosing, approximately 6 inches off the ground. It's approximately the size of a soda can. It's going to stay parallel to the ground with your legs straight, and you're going to count aloud in the series of 1001, 1002, 1003, and so on until I tell you to stop. Do you understand? Do you want me to demonstrate it?
Yeah, what if I say, like, I'm done?
Well, that's up to you. I'm going to base my decision.
Figured out by now, am I drunk or not?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to base my decision off of my observation. So if you would like to stop the test, you can stop the test.
I'd like to stop the test. Am I
Okay.
drunk?
Okay, so just hang out here for a second. If you don't mind, I'm going to speak to my other officer. Yeah, just hang out there. It's fine. Can you step back out of the vehicle?
Why did she let her back in? In this particular instance, so she couldn't perform the HGN test because she couldn't stop laughing. She performed incredibly poorly on the walk and turn. I would not let her anywhere back near a car because the arrest, no arrest decision has almost made itself. I don't think there's no police officer, deputy sheriff, state trooper, game warden, constable, anywhere that would watch this video that we just watched and go, oh yeah, she should drive home. So if it's overly obvious right then and there, that's time to put cuffs on her. It just, I don't know, the decision seems simple.
Because I'm arresting you for driving while intoxicated.
Yep.
Okay, that's fine. You can go inside and you can do the breath test, and then we can proceed from there. Because that's how it's going to go.
So they're talking about taking her back to the station so she can blow, so she can provide a breath sample into some sort of breath testing instrument, whether it's an toxilizer or an alkyl sensor or a Draeger, whatever the instrument is, whoever the maker is, it's simply a breath test. Our industry standard in the state of Arizona is a blood test for a situation like this. We still have breath tests. I do breath tests on any alcohol impaired driver that I can. Back east, a lot of the states are different. They're a lot more liberal, and they don't do blood as often as we do out here. Just differences in policies and laws and stuff like that. But on this one, we would have brought her back and drawn her blood. Back there, they're going to take her back and have her provide a sample of breath into the instrument.
Can you please step out of the vehicle? Based off of my observations, I gave you multiple times to perform the tests, and this is my decision based off of my observations. Okay, that's fine. We can go inside and we can inside of our police station.
I'm not going to.
Okay, you are. Because I'm placing you under arrest.
You are.
For driving while intoxicated. Okay, I give you ample time to perform these tests. I smell alcohol.
No, you don't.
Okay. Can you please step out of the vehicle?
This is not good. This is not correct, and you know it.
Okay.
Absolutely correct.
Pull you out.
If you don't step out of the car willfully and we have to pull you out of the car, that's an additional charge to just the DUI.
Yep.
I don't have a DUI, so I'm not drunk.
Okay, then you can prove that when we get inside.
There you go.
No.
Why are you giving me a DUI?
Based off of my observations.
Okay. I'm pretty sure she failed before she even started the
Prove that
test.
inside.
Get out.
Okay.
We're down to secure cover.
Congratulations.
Okay.
So, you know what?
Thank you.
I think I'm on a page, but that's the truth. So if you want to
no shit.
You're the one that's gonna mess that up.
And you're fine with that. You don't care.
Absolutely fine with it.
Well, it wasn't my choice. No,
Yeah.
it is.
I've never been married. I've been married to the job, last 24 years, haven't done anything marriage-wise. Someone made a mistake with her already because they had relations and now she has a small human running around who she's not taking care of because she's out drinking. That's neither here nor there. Someone in the future is going to also make a poor decision in this particular circumstance.
Okay. So, okay. Well, I gave you ample amount of time to perform the tests.
And shout out test set up to fucking fail, so
No,
you guys
no.
can get what you want money out of what. Like, come on. No, I'm not stupid.
So can you please step out of the vehicle?
Sure about that?
You're not going to step out of the vehicle. No.
Okay.
So you want an additional charge on top of?
No, I want you to do the right thing and arrest somebody that actually deserves to be arrested.
It's you.
It's not.
It's you. You're that person. She found you.
That, I know you do, and I don't think any of this is okay.
Okay. Well, this is in court, so we're not going to deliberate that now.
Yep.
Great, so like, why don't you find someone else?
Reach in that car and open up that door.
Step out of the vehicle. No.
Either get out willfully or we're gonna pull you out. And then it's gonna be another charge. This is a traffic offense right now. Do you want a criminal charge?
It's not a traffic event.
It is. Do you want a criminal
It's
charge
just
now?
tickets.
You're saying I have a DUI, like I'm good, like I'm not.
If you don't get out of the car, you're gonna get resisting arrest and then it'll be a criminal charge. Right now, it's motor vehicle.
I'm good.
Alright, well, you have to get out.
No, you're not.
You're getting out one way or the other. We're either pulling you out or we're gonna get you out. Okay, so are you gonna hop out? So you wanna get pulled out?
Pull out.
Well, you have two options. It's getting out of the car willfully, or we're dragging you out of the vehicle.
This is going on too long.
Stand by myself.
This is.
Put it on the back of the car.
She said no.
If you get out of the car, yeah. Just get out.
You can't do that.
You have to get out of the car.
Hold my
Okay, here's your phone. Now get out of the car.
Why would you give her the phone?
Okay.
What are you doing?
Now or we're pulling you out.
Pull her out.
Come on.
There you go.
You have to get out.
We're getting out of the car.
Now where am I putting the car?
We're towing
towing
it.
No, you're not.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are.
Why?
You guys have to.
I'm not drunk.
Okay.
That's life.
We are.
We are.
Can we get
We go
inside?
inside.
No, right now.
No,
No,
that's
that's
not
not
how
a
it
thing
works.
in New Jersey.
No, well then what is it?
You belong
You
inside.
go inside.
Inside what?
Say that again.
Inside what?
Inside of our police
Headquarters.
station.
I'll do it now.
We don't have it.
It's not a thing.
That's bullshit.
It's
Okay.
New Jersey. Just get out of the car and make this easier.
No, this is not easy. This is not.
Okay, so you want to get dragged out of the car?
No, like, this is fucking insane.
Okay, well, you're either going to get out or we're going to drag you out. It's one or the
You
other.
literally have two
You're
options.
getting out
If
of
we
the car
drag you out, you're
regardless.
getting additional charges.
And it's criminal charges.
And
This
they're
is motor vehicle accident. Or motor
You're getting
vehicle
fingered.
charge.
Nothing. I did nothing wrong.
Okay, well, you're
Like,
refusing to get out right now, so that's
no,
wrong.
I'm being like harassed and everything.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
I think harassed is the right word.
Alright, well, get out.
Whatever. Give me a reason.
Okay.
Can you get out?
No.
Then we're pulling you out. Do you want a criminal charge?
What's the difference?
Well,
Resisting arrest.
right now, you're just getting tickets.
For what?
For just
For what? For this.
I'm gonna take it for what?
For real.
For what?
For that you do.
Well, you know, you turn in the middle of Ocean Avenue. That was
You
the
just
reason.
find someone else. Like, I'm not doing anything wrong.
Okay.
Leave me alone. I'm tired. I'm almost over.
Okay, you can go home when we're done with this.
I'm not going back to your car.
Okay, well, you are.
No, I'm not.
That's ours.
I'm not a criminal. I'm not going back to the cop car. Both of you, and no.
You're getting
There's
out.
nothing wrong with me, and you guys did literally nothing.
Get her.
Come on. Let's go.
No.
Get out of the car.
Why?
Because you're getting arrested.
For what?
DWI.
Come on, let's go.
They do not work for a sheriff's office, I'll tell you that.
Get out of the car. I'm pulling you out of the car in 3 seconds if you don't get out of the car.
One,
I've asked you kindly.
two,
Multiple times. I'm not drunk driving. I'm not getting
You're
into
getting
it.
out regardless. Whether you're getting dragged out or getting out by yourself, you're getting out.
Great, I'll get an Uber if it's like that. But like, I'm
No, you're not
not
getting
going.
an Uber.
You
You're coming with us.
before.
No, I'm not.
No, you are.
Why?
Because you're getting arrested.
For what?
Drunk driving.
I'm not drunk.
Okay, you can prove that. We will.
We will when we get outside.
Because that's not how New Jersey works.
Why?
I don't know. Ask the lawmakers. Get out of the car.
And we're giving you another opportunity. You either get out of the car or we're charging you with resisting. You said you have a 3-year-old at home.
If you get trying to give me a drunk driving thing.
No,
Do you want to go home tonight or do you want to go to jail tonight?
If you get criminally charged,
Because you're gonna tell the truth as to where I'm going in the back of that car. Like, no.
We're going to our headquarters for DWI. You'll go home tonight.
Where else would they take you?
For the rest of the weekend. So
Ew.
get out of the car.
it's like you will not see a judge until probably Tuesday morning at 8 a.m.
That's disgusting.
So big differences between back east and here, at least in the area around Arizona where I work. We hold multiple initial appearance sessions in our courts where we're booking people into jail every single day. So there is, in Arizona, there is no, you get booked on a Friday and you'll see the judge next week. It's, you'll get booked and you might see someone in 4 or 5 hours, 10, 12 hours typically at the most. But yeah, staying in jail Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, that doesn't exist out here. So very, very different laws. It's pretty interesting how different two states can be.
Correct. So you're gonna either get out of the car. This is disgusting. So
Get out. Drink your water. Try to sober up.
the morning if we end up tonight in jail.
No.
No. If you go to jail tonight, no, like right now, you're not going to jail. You're going inside for maybe 45 minutes. Maybe. Okay. How about like no?
This is
It's doing
painful.
wrong.
You're going.
To where?
Our headquarters.
In Long Beach.
Correct.
No, I'm not.
You are.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Right.
And out you go. What I really needed during this entire encounter is a counter on the side with how many times these two officers asked and told and instructed and directed this woman to get out of the car. That was easily in the double digits. This video should have been shorter because it should have been get out of the car. She says no. Get out of the car. You're under arrest. No. Put your hands on her. Like she was not going to get out of that car if they didn't put their hands on her. And the longer that you sit there, the more time it has for her to create a plan in her head on what to do. So the speed and surprise and violence of action in this particular scenario was absolutely necessary. And sadly, it was lacking.
Get out of the car.
Get out!
Get out.
Get out of the car! Ow! Stop! Ow! 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 Get off of me! Get off of me!
I need to get off me. There's going to be a get off me box on my next body cam bingo card.
Kidding me?
Could have been a lot easier.
Ow! 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 My arm! Stop!
Well, maybe you should have listened.
Ow!
So. Now here come the tears. Tears of regret.
You got her.
The suspect was charged with reckless driving, resisting arrest, and driving under the influence.
For what is the only square I can come up with out of this entire video. This card's hard. This is a tough one. And it's filled with great stuff. She just didn't say it. So, I don't know. Better luck next time. The other thing you can have great luck with is shirts. And awesome mugs. All the other merchandise we have, it's all available right here. So, check out that. It's a link. Goes to our store. Shirts, hats, patches, coins, mugs, stickers. All of the things are there. You order it, I'll pack it, and I'll ship it to you. So, go there. See what you like.
You're busy. You have responsibilities. And you also have dreams. Whether you're looking to advance your career or launch a new one, DeVry can help you build a brighter future. DeVry works for you.
You're gonna end up going to jail if you're not gonna cooperate. Okay, Matthew, then step out. Your window is gonna get smashed and you're gonna be pulled out of the car and you're gonna go to jail. Get out of the car.
All right, everybody, we got another video for you. This one comes from Code Blue Cam, and it is when you ask for a supervisor, but you get a K9 instead. Let's go.
2024. A Columbia County Sheriff's deputy was on routine patrol when he observed a vehicle with an equipment violation in Fall River, Wisconsin. A 40-year-old male named Matthew was said to have driven past the deputy, whose attention was drawn to the distinctively loud
Matthew's wide out. He's like
an abnormal noise coming from his vehicle's exhaust system. As a result, a traffic stop was initiated.
A lot of people don't realize you can get a ticket for excessive noise from your vehicle for these super loud cars that these kids have nowadays. There is a code for that in most states.
Upon approach of his vehicle, Matthew was immediately argumentative. He claimed he had previous bad encounters with law enforcement and refused to roll down his window.
We probably had bad encounters with him, and law enforcement probably had bad encounters with him, but I love the passenger side approach. This is how I approach vehicles as well.
Good, how are you? Your vehicle sounded really loud when it went by. Okay, I told you what it was. Okay. Any reason that you can't just talk to me? I'm not going to open your door, because I'm telling you, when you went driving by, it sounded like your vehicle was rattling and it was loud. Can you just talk with me and I can get you on your way? What's the issue? And I'm telling you, because your vehicle was rattling, it sounded like there was infected exhaust system. Okay, I can hear it literally rattling right now. Where? Did your ID fall? Can you grab it, please?
As he retrieved his license, he dropped it, but while picking it up, he accidentally released the brake, causing the vehicle to roll forward.
Vehicle's moving.
Which, I'm going to see that as a sign of possible intoxication or something.
3340 to 57, can you hear? Using the roll down the windows. Just same last name, first name, Matthew, common spelling. Can I just talk? Can you just crack the window a little bit?
Look, all he's going to get is probably what's called repair order for a vehicle that's not in good repair. I would highly doubt that he's going to get a ticket for this. So you may as well just roll down the window. But I'm guessing that's not what he does.
Have you had exhaust issues? Okay, well, I just happened to notice when I was driving by, you went driving by and your vehicle was loud. Well, there's some type of rattling, it sounds like over here, and then there's obviously your engine. Can I just ask why you don't want to roll the window down? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Do you have a copy of your insurance? Deputy Proctor, 3342, I'm recording you as well, sir. Just 1 second, okay? So I stopped for exhaust, I was just passing like self-name. Vehicle was loud.
I do pull up a lot closer than that. I know some people don't, but I want to be able to get out and get on the car quickly. I don't want a long walk. Although he did roll forward, so he probably was closer. Forgot he rolled forward.
27, everything else. Just said he has had bad run-ins with law enforcement, so tomorrow I don't know what else is going on because he's not playing ball.
K9 Rico was subsequently deployed for a free air sniff, yielding a positive alert.
Hey, how far do you want me to push this? Guy was just not rolling down the window. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
Okay, so he says you can't lead him. What he's thinking is that the deputy will indicate where he should hit on the vehicle. The dogs don't really work that way. The dogs, they're going to hit if they smell drugs. And then they all indicate different ways. The ones that scratch are the worst because then they could potentially scratch the car. That doesn't mean they're the worst canines. It's just that I've had people complain about that in the past. This dog is obviously trained to sit, and so he has. Gets his toy.
Advised that he was currently on probation with conditions to maintain absolute sobriety and not to possess controlled substances.
Okay, so this is another thing. If you're on probation, you don't have the same freedoms that you once had. So probation, you have terms of your probation. In this particular case, a term of his probation may be that he has to comply like this is. He can't have any issues with sobriety. So if they sense that he might have some drugs on board or if he's intoxicated, that this is going to be a probation violation.
Positive, so I don't know how this is going to go, but just for your work.
3357, positive, came over.
Is there anything illegal in the vehicle? Okay, I understand that, but we have to do our job, sir.
Due to Matthew's hostile behavior, they decided to place a rat trap tire deflation device under his rear tire.
Is there anything illegal? Okay, well then can you step out of the vehicle? Look, I don't want to break a window and force you out or anything, sir.
What's his first name?
Matthew, right?
Hello, Matthew, Deputy Master. Do you mind stepping out and talking to us?
Exhaust is rattling.
Well, you're going to have to step out at some point, okay? We're giving you a lawful order to step out, otherwise you're going to be placed... Okay.
I don't know what their code says, but I don't think it's an unlawful stop.
Okay, here's the deal. So the dog alerted to the car, so we're going to search the vehicle. Okay, sir, listen for 2 seconds, okay? So the dog alerted to the car. If there's nothing in the car...
3325, can we have either Columbus or Florida right out here?
If there's nothing in there, you'll be on your way, but if you refuse to get out of the car, we're just going to place you under arrest, and you're going to go to jail whether or not there's anything in the car, okay? So we're giving you a lawful order to step out of the vehicle. Okay, you're going to end up going to jail if you're not going to cooperate. Okay, Matthew, then step out. Your window is going to get smashed, and you're going to be pulled out of the car, and you're going to go to jail. Get out of the car. Matthew, your window is going to get broken, and we are going to pull you out. I'm not asking you again. This is a lawful order. Get out of the car, otherwise you're getting placed under arrest. Last option. I'm not giving you any more options. You're going to go straight to jail, and your car's getting towed, so step out of the vehicle. Okay, well, step out of the car. We've given you plenty of chances, okay?
The supervisor's monitoring the situation.
I can see why they say he asked for a supervisor, we've got a K9 instead.
Matthew, we're just asking for your cooperation. Well, you're
Get them out already.
right now, okay?
Matthew,
They're being very nice.
can I explain something quick? It's gonna get searched, okay? If there's nothing in here, you literally get released and you go on your way with a warning, and then we just all go our separate ways. If you don't get out, then you're gonna have to go to jail for obstructing.
Inside his vehicle, the deputy noticed lighters and odor eliminator spray, commonly used to disguise the odors of illegal substances or intoxicants. Additionally, in the back seat were plastic packages on the floor labeled as marijuana.
I got mine since one of my too. So, backseat.
I would call those strong indicators of possible illegal behavior.
4. They both have marijuana labels on them.
I don't know if marijuana is legal in Wisconsin.
Oh yeah, I can hear it from here.
When deputies attempted to open his door, Matthew fled for his life. However, the trap under his tire effectively punctured it.
All right, Matthew.
Smart.
Last option is step out of the car, okay?
Alcohol is legal.
Whoa.
3357 vehicle take off.
Now you just picked up a felony.
Papers laying around.
Pop his tire.
3357, 1080, eastbound 60. Successful spike, got back for a tire. Traffic was light, roadways dry. Speeds are at about 70.
So this is no cars out.
22 areas.
If you're gonna have a pursuit, this is a good time.
Continuing to Highway 60 westbound, speeds are at 35.
We've talked about this before, and I don't know if you, if some of you
And
watched
yes,
those
we have seen this
videos.
one.
So when you have a pursuit, the primary car will typically allow for the secondary
I don't
car
know
to
if
call
we
out the
watched it on
locations and
Fairfax,
speeds
but I'll
so that the primary vehicle can focus on the pursuit. It sounds like that's what they're doing here. Hey, 110 with a flat tire?
Oh yeah, it's a good example and it opens up the discussion for exactly what we just talked about.
Live your destiny. Destin de Balmain. The new de
Especially for those kind of classes. Yeah, hello.
The entire cosmos is right here. It's just a simple process, but because you are so busy with your own psychological drama, the life drama is completely missed. Because it is missed, life is punishing people with lifetimes of cycles. These lifetimes and lifetimes happening simply because just giving you an opportunity to experience life and then vanish. You have come here, the important thing is, the only important thing is, you have a powerful experience of life.
You looked at your credit card statement lately.
You know everything except life, because you're only looking at the mirror of the mind as it reflects the world, not looking at what is empowering this mind, what is the basis of all experience within you. It's very, very simple. You just need to understand this. Whatever drama is happening in our lives, all kinds of drama, more drama is happening in my life than anybody's life, here. But whatever drama may be happening in your life, if you just sit down, you're walking, you came and sat down. Is there a pleasantness to that? Now you're sitting, your legs are hurting, you stand up. Is there a pleasantness to that? So I am saying like this, with every inhalation, exhalation, with every step that you take, you sit down, you stand up, you eat, you drink, with everything this opportunity is there. A certain pleasantness spreads, not on the sensory level, in a much deeper experience. Most people are completely unconscious of this because the overriding psychological drama is happening. Their own emotions and thoughts have become so big, this experience is completely lost. When I first started teaching some kind of yoga, 7 people, 4 days. When I taught the program, everybody would be dry-eyed and dazzled because nobody could understand what I was saying. But everybody knew there is something to this, something that they had not imagined possible. He's right here, but they don't understand a goddamn word that I'm speaking. But they knew there is something. So generally we made people totally dry-eyed and dazzled. They became like this. That continued till 89. From 82 to 89, 7 years. It was always like this. I taught programs, prowling in the class, not sitting in one place, prowling around and blasting them away. There was an energy which left them. Probably they could never again cry in their life. They would become dry-eyed and dazzled. They can't sleep for 3 days. They knew there is something, but they don't know what that thing is. Then in 87 we recognized certain things, and then in 89 we started setting forth a certain plan, what we want to do. Then I knew these dazzling people is not good enough, you got to shake them. So people who have been with me since 89 in Coimbatore and all the other little towns in Tamil Nadu, they know if I just came and sat here on the introduction day, if I simply came and sat here and looked, people will start, whoa. This shouting, we brought it down considerably. At that time, initiation, Shunya initiation means 80% of the people we have to carry them. There would be no state to walk, they would crawl, they will mop the floor, they'll do everything, but they wouldn't be able to walk, they wouldn't be coherent, they would be making all kinds of noises, crawling like this and that. Because when something moves within you, which is neither your body nor your mind, then it's a different world altogether. Well, people think it's some kind of a high. Sadhguru is zapping me and something is happening. Well, that's not the point. What is being zapped is your mind, so that you fall on the other side of the mind. Once you fall on the other side of the mind, a completely different dimension begins to speak, which is neither of the body nor of the mind, neither of the world nor of the people. Something totally different. Because your physical body nor your mind is ready to either understand or withstand that expression of life. Body crawls, rolls, cries, screams, does all kinds of things.
Trust me, the fact that you got off on him doesn't mean that you didn't do it.
You tell them, hey, stop.
Or the attorneys and the judges off.
Again, oh. Shh. Okay. Again, oh. Like this. So we, after the Dhyanalinga consecration, we made efforts to bring it down. So we didn't want too much screaming because we wanted to present ourselves as a civilized group of people. Yeah. So we changed many things. I changed myself, the way I look. I'm looking nice, I'm pleasant these days. I can't say I'm pretty, but I'm pleasant. Those days, I'm not like that. Ooh, everybody goes crazy.
Healthcare in Maine is too expensive. Hannah Pingree knows it, and she has a plan to address it. It's a new public option, available…
I know, I'm just gonna close the door again. In the field, we're gonna have to walk it again and see if he threw anything else, but, alright, EMS is on the way for a dog bite. He just went, smoked 10 minutes before I stopped him, and that's why one of the stories he has been… Is that what was in his hand? The flashlight, yeah. Oh, I saw it was a metal thing, and the way he was holding it looked like a handle. Yeah, he probably did that before that.
Deputies searched his vehicle and discovered several…
So,
along with large
the shift and the change is for many reasons. But the important thing is, all devices, all aspects of sadhana are given mainly so that you fall on the other side of the mental mirror. Not to enhance your imagination, not to enhance your hallucinations. It doesn't matter what it is, whether you sit with Dhyanalinga, or you do Shambhavi, or you go and sit in the Devi temple, or you do whatever else you're doing. Essentially, the thing is to fall on the other side of the mirror. Which way will you get there? Will you leap over the mirror? Will you crawl from the bottom? Will you slip on the sides? These are all the different ways. But essentially, to have a taste of life. Life which is not a product of memory. Life which is not a product of time. Life which is not an accumulation. Life which is life, which is the basis of life. There is no difference between life and the source of life. Life is the source of life. If you bifurcate it as life and God, that is when hallucinations began in the world, big time. Organized hallucinatory process on the planet began because we separated life and God. Life, creation and creator, we separated. The moment we separated this separation happened only in our minds. Show me in one damn place where creation and creator are separated. Show me one damn place in the universe where the creation and the creator exist separately. It's only in the human mind, isn't it?
I don't see him trying to hurt.
So, we found a way of how to ignore the creation and just be with God. And we became so twisted and, many products you're seeing. We only complain about the ugliest of expressions. We don't complain about the other expressions, that's the problem.
There's probably an intent to…
Everybody is complaining about ISIS. ISIS must go. Why it threatens your life? The other distortions doesn't threaten your life, so you think it's okay. But whether you got killed or you never experienced life,
So it looks like the other one that he was telling us…
it's about the same in my understanding of life.
Looks like they did drop the charges, but he's gonna definitely get an OWI on this.
You got killed today, or you lived for 100 years but never tasted life. In my understanding, it's about the same.
I mean…
I'm sorry.
The cops, you had 3.5 pounds of marijuana.
I'm not saying you must be killed. All I'm saying is you must experience life. So when the most horrible expressions happen, we complain. When mildly that kind of expressions happen, we think it's okay. It's not okay. The fundamental thing is this. The fundamental problem of the mind is, if you give it enough memory, then it will start talking about things that it does not know. If you do not have a little distance between you and your body, between you and your mind, if you do not know how to go behind them for a little while, then you will be a victim of your own body and your own mind. The compulsions of your body and the compulsions of your mind determine everything about your life, isn't it? And people think it's perfectly normal. Normality. Oh, it's a new year. Sadhguru, what? Let's play some music and you dance. Why am I talking all this to you? In the physicians, the North American Association of Physicians, the president of this association came up for their annual meeting, which is on 1st January, and started his speech. The revenues of medical professionals has considerably decreased in the past year due to an epidemic of good health. Right now, I'm going to curse you, may you suffer an epidemic of good health. No, it's a curse because now you will have no excuse for your misery. You know it's just you. If an ailment is there, you say, oh, what can I do this? Now you are suffering an epidemic of good health. Now you must understand Your misery is entirely your making. Yeah? So I'm cursing you with an epidemic of good health so that you don't have a goddamn excuse this entire year. You know, every misery that you cause is your own making. Is that okay? Is that okay? Yes. Because you must understand this. The life within knows no such thing as unpleasantness. It is only the sensations and the mind which can cause unpleasantness. Because the life is either little inert or exuberant. It does not know how to be unpleasant. Unpleasantness can be of the sensory body or unpleasantness is normally of the mind. There is no such thing as unpleasantness in life. Once you fall on the other side of the mirror, once you do not know what is unpleasantness within you, whatever happens is just surface waves that happen here and there. Once you know this experientially, now you will become a devotee of life. That's what is needed in the world today. People have become devotees of God and willing to take life. People have to become devoted to life. How will they become devoted to life when they have not experienced it? You can talk about it as much as you want, but they will not be devoted to life because they don't know where it is and how it is. But they know God. They know where He is, how He is, what is He doing today. Did somebody check how did He celebrate the New Year? So, because of this, too many things have happened in the world. So I wanted to start this world. Now, you're not listening. I said I want you to start this world because I want you to understand there is no world anywhere else. The world that you remember in your memory is not the world. The world is now. You can stop this world. Every moment you have to stop the world. If you have to stop the world, you have to… See, if you want to experience the world, you must get out of the cinema theater, isn't it? You're sitting in the cinema theater, let's say it so happened, you went and sat in the cinema theater, anyway there's lots of food and drink there, and of course there is a toilet. So you just sat there for 3 months. We will reverse the thing. Instead of doing 3 months eyes closed, you sat there 3 months watching cinema after cinema, cinema after cinema, cinema after cinema, all 3D IMAX. You must understand this. The word is IMAX. You understand? You are the one who is maxing it out. So you sat there for 3 months. Suddenly you come out into the world, it looks unreal. All these people look too puny and useless. Yes or no? Those cinema women and men, wow, how they were. Look at these. The reality will be no good. Yes or no? 3 months you continuously watch cinema, suddenly everything else seems to have paled. This is what is happening to you. What you are seeing in the mirror of your mind is nothing but a cinema. It's a play of images that you have gathered. Endlessly it plays. That it looks like the other side is not life, only this side is life. It is like… Suppose, let's say you were all living in a mental asylum. No, it's not necessarily hypothetical, okay? to say you were all living in a mental asylum. Different states of insanity. Suddenly one sane guy came and started talking something totally different. You would all definitely conclude, this guy's insane. Yes or no? It's happened through history. Why a Mansoor was stoned to death? Why a Socrates was poisoned? Why a Jesus is crucified? Simply because in a world of insanity, one guy starts talking something. Too much sense, we can't take it. So, you must either accept your insanity or the best thing is to kill the guy. Till now, we have taken the second option.
We're twins. She has astigmatism and presbyopia. You tell us, which one has the astigmatism?
She should have kicked him out, should have had him arrested. And the fact that he's been in a mental health institute.
Now, there is no need to listen to anybody. If you pay attention, life is constantly making its own statement. In this huge statement that the mind is making, very colorful statement that the mind is making, somewhere behind that, life is constantly making its own statement. You just have to get in touch with that. Doesn't matter what the mind is saying. Today, what is today's reality show on the mind? No, we can call this news, because today in India, news happens like reality show. So you can call it whatever you want, but the television is on. Most homes have become like this, you know, and because the television is on, your child is playing, not important, your wife is seeking your attention, not important, something else happening, not important. What's happening on the television screen is more real than the real, isn't it? I'm telling you, on another level, it's the same with the mind. What's happening on the screen of your mind seems to be more real than the real, but you can watch a television, you can dream, you can hallucinate, you can do whatever nonsense you want, only because you are alive. Yes? If you do not know this aliveness, what it means in terms of experience, what this aliveness is, if you do not know this, I am here right now, not as words, not as a sentence, okay, I am here, not that kind. Simply, just right now, I'm here. Okay, I'm hearing things, I'm seeing things, that's not the point. I'm here right now. This is the most important thing. If you're here right now, if you capture one moment, you capture eternity. If you capture one moment, you capture the entire cosmos.
I'm trying to think if we've ever done that before. The problem is now you've got the dogs freak out in the house, barking, and you're trying to process the scene. I can understand the dog isn't going to slip him a shank or anything, you know, or slip him a gun. So putting the dogs back there makes the dogs...
Russell Brand, conspiracy theorist, trying to bring real journalism to the American people. Hello there, you Awakening Wonders. Thanks for joining me today for Stay Free with Russell Brand. The culture's collapsing around us, and today we present the case for revolution as we watch the decadence of the Met Gala, the hopelessness of captured and reappropriated art, counterculture belongs to the mainstream now. Who knows where new ideas will come from? Let us know in the comments and chat. If you've been watching our content with the likes of dear Ron Paul, an elder statesman who's able to offer us a principled stand and incredible insights into the type of political vision that might bring about the type of change that's required. Revolutionary is the word that a lot of people are using. If you ain't got Rumble Premium yet, get Rumble Premium now. Get additional content from us. Or you could start worshipping the neo-pagan false gods of the culture. I mean, let's have a look at what was going on at that Met Gala. Sometimes I wonder if there is an unconscious force beneath such things, kind of indicating to us unintended truths. And there was masks being worn, there were guts being worn like that. That's like an intestine, I suppose. That was Cardi B wearing that. I suppose it's an explicitly kind of hedonic, decadent event, isn't it? How do any of us deal with the charge of hypocrisy? Because say, like, in one way, what's ridiculous about something like the Met Ball or the Oscars or any of those kind of big cultural festivals is that at them people will advocate for political ideas that are totally cool, actually, being compassionate and looking after the vulnerable and the broken, and how do we protect people that need help. But when there is so much overt expenditure and so much indulgence and so much luxury, it seems ridiculous. But then I think, oh well, you've not given away everything you own to help people, you're still broken and fallen. Let me know, does that sort of lead you into a kind of cul-de-sac, a dead end, a sort of a moral dead end? When spectacle gets that vivid and that lurid, it's hard to sort of maintain any kind of interest in the culture. This is actress Sarah Paulson. Let's have a look at this. This is wearing a dollar bill thing. It's sort of reveling in its own meaninglessness. Wherever you're watching us, get over and join us on Rumble. I'll be here with Jake and Massey and Dave talking about this, as well as that new Banksy statue. We're going to cover some vaccine information. Secretary Kennedy's talked about SSRIs, the sort of antidepressives that were prescribed to probably maybe even billions of people. Certainly I took them at some point in my life, and now we're learning about some of the consequences, which I felt like at the time that them SSRIs weren't working. Hey, while people are strutting around dressed as intestines and wearing dollar bills on their faces and doing their level best, I reckon, to recreate the Book of Kings, where you can see sort of overt decadence. What's next? Aborted fetus, earrings? I mean, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Certainly we don't go to the Cannes Film Festival, where Dominican actress Maciel Taveras was booted off the red carpet, apparently for wearing some reference to Christianity. Let's have a look. Hey, I'm appearing in Florida doing my show. A funny thing happened on the way to church. Click the link in the description to get your tickets. It's on the 18th and 19th. Is that right, Jake? Join me there. Don't like the Christianity being pushed down your throat, like you feel like it's the evangelicism is like reductive and a bit like the imposition of something that doesn't make sense to you. But when I see that, when I see even his face rendered like that, I feel some kind of comfort I know that the answer is going to come through this revival. I know it. Something has to supersede the madness of our time. Something has to supersede it. It was always going to be him. It was always going to be him. Hey, we've got loads to talk about over the next hour, but I want to also let you know that on Monday I'm talking to Jeremiah Johnson. A little while ago we made some content about him appearing on Tucker. He was talking about the crown of thorns, because I've always been sort of, what is it, like, I've never thought the verification of or authentication of Christ through artifacts has been that kind of important, because you're dealing with mystery and miracles and something that's not verifiable within reason. So when people go, look, this demonstrates, I've always been a bit, I don't know, it's not like I've been Christian for very long or anything, but I'll be talking to Jeremiah Johnson, and he does believe in that. He does believe that the Shroud of Turin might be evidence that there was a kind of a supernatural atomic explosion kind of event that demonstrates the resurrection of our Lord, some sort of historical authentication. So join us on Monday for that. I've been talking to him offline. He's a really lovely person. Anyway, let's carry on. With this. You know, the Met Gala, man. I just remember when I used to go to stuff like that and used to care about dressing up. And I don't think I can. Well, I don't think I can ever do it again. I even mean the spirit of it. I don't think I can ever get it up for that madness again. I don't think I ever can get it up for that madness again.
What's the craziest outfit you ever wore?
Hold on a minute. Well, I've had problems with outfits in the past, haven't I? I mean, just think. One of the strangest things and most regrettable things that I did is when I was making this documentary ages ago, when I was getting to the Greek and all that, I was doing a documentary where I was exploring happiness. Now, during that time, that's what it became super loose, this documentary, because we couldn't, because of me being an idiot, really. Anyway, I started doing stuff like turning up on red carpets and holding an egg up and things like that, like doing weird. I go, let's just do weird stuff so that people will just like speculate on it. Anyway, people now sort of go, that was satanic, or it's a neo-pagan symbol or something like that. So I can't remember a stupid outfit, although I know for a while they were all stupid. I remember watching my hair expanding around between 2004 and 2006. I was back combing and creating this booth on the back of my head, and then I watched back this video that I did, like a special, a comedy special, and I remember, like when you see wedding photos of if your parents got married in the 70s and 80s, you think, God, what were those outfits they were wearing then? I felt that about my own outfit the next day. Like, I looked at it, I went, oh my God, what are you doing? Why did you dress yourself up all covered in like sort of licorice and belts and buckles, and with my own hair helmet, so it's mostly hair and carrying eggs around. Those are some of the dumbest things I've done.
From somebody from the general public.
Yeah, that's you, is it?
I thought it looked ridiculous.
At the time. Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking. I think
it's smart. It was marketing.
Yeah,
it's really it's like a marketing event.
The whole thing's marketing, but don't you feel like sort of saturated by it? Like when you see something like a dollar bill or beloved Katy Perry there wearing a sort of a fencing mask, it's such a lot of effort, man. Like when I've done, this is what I think. This is why I'm very reluctant to even contemplate acting in any capacity, even in some redeemed future. When I was like doing Arthur and that lady Jen Garner, who I really liked, she was such a lovely lady. She's a famous movie star, married to Ben Affleck, at least she was at some point or other. And I remember watching her getting all dressed up in a basque and being held up by a magnet in the film and thinking, this is not right. Even though it's a very PG type movie, Arthur. Or when Nick Nolte, all old, was being sort of directed by the guy, happened to be sort of quite a small guy that directed. He was a nice person and a good person, but he was like a little guy directing Nick Nolte, and I feel like it was like watching a Jack Russell terrorising a bear. Like sort of, Nick Nolte, also like Nick Nolte grabbing my nuts for reals, by the way. Method acting from Nick Nolte on that bit. I just felt, what is this? Like, I feel like, when Neo wakes up in the soap pod, I kept feeling like that all the time. I'm like, oh God, what are you doing? Why are you in this movie where like Jen Garner's been casually denigrated? Why Nick Nolte's been prodded about like an old bear sort of in Southwark, London in Elizabethan times? The whole thing is stupid. It's stupid. We must wake up. Wake up, I pray, wake up. Anyway though, listen, we're part of a revolutionary movement. In a minute we'll be talking about Banksy, who was an innovative and brilliant artist for such a long time, I guess we shouldn't be surprised that he is being co-opted. We'll be back in a second after these important messages. Who knows when the government will decide to switch you off or hunt you down like a pig? We're gonna need a currency that's beyond the reach of corrupt global institutions. Rumble Wallet's what you need, and cryptocurrencies are what you require. You could choose from Bitcoin, stablecoin tied to the US dollar, or Tether Gold. That's backed by real gold. You are gold, gold. Always believe in your soul. You're indestructible. You can believe in gold as well, and Rumble Wallet. How much control have you got over your money right now in this second? None. It's being controlled by the monarchy and the Rothschilds. Technology has changed everything now, and it's changed how money works. Crypto started as niche, but now it's going mainstream. Faster payments, more control for your middlemen. This ain't hype. This is where it's going. And getting started today is easier than you think. That's where Rumble Wallet comes in. With Rumble Wallet, you can buy Bitcoin, hold dollar-backed stablecoins, even digital gold backed by real gold, all in one place. Setup is simple. It connects with MoonPay, so you can use your debit card, credit card, or bank account and be up and running in minutes. Start small, $10, $50, $100. It's not about the amount, it's about getting early and understanding what's coming next. And once you set up, you can even tip your fumble reators. I'm sorry, we're going to have to leave that as it is. Like me, directly. Do this now. Scan the QR code, click the link in the description, download Rumble Wallet. From there, you can set up your wallet, tap buy, and you're in the game. Take control of your money and get started with Rumble Wallet today. Hello, welcome back. If you're watching us anywhere other than Rumble, click the link in the description. Get on over to Rumble. And if you haven't got How to Become Christian in 7 Days, wait, I've got a script around this. This is my most personal book. It actually is my most personal book, and it's very important. It's the story of how I found Christ and how you can too, and it's available on tuckercarltonbooks.com. Man, I'd like to, I'll read you some of this sometime. It's good, man. I talk about the craziness that's been surrounding my life for a long, long while, and give you insights that are, I think, valuable. Certainly, I put a lot into it. Get it if you can. Hey. There was a time where Banksy was a byword for true artistic integrity, anonymity, mystery. Like that art can be exciting again. People create things that are worthwhile, that might change the world. Now, though, I suppose people are questioning whether or not Banksy is working in alliance with state-sanctioned interests, because a new and pretty cool sculpture appeared in central London, but many people are questioning how could such a thing appear overnight if it wasn't facilitated by the kind of bureaucratic forces that would normally stop a truck entering into central London, a bunch of people putting up a statue, or I don't know, letting off some sort of gelignite-based device. How this could be happening without state, if it wasn't state approved, would it be happening? And you can probably apply that to all art and propaganda, actually. Most things you watch, you're watching propaganda. Hopefully not this, though. Obey your innermost self. Find your way to the sublime and divine accessible within you. Don't follow leaders, watch your parking meters. Let's have a look at Banksy.
This is the Banksy statue that everybody's talking about. It first appeared today, and it's on a plinth. It's of a man dressed in a suit, and he's got one foot as if he's stepping off the plinth. In his right hand, he's holding a flag which is covering his face. Well, if we look just through here towards the bottom of the plinth, there is a signature which appears to be Banksy's. The statue has been put up in a prominent...
I like Banksy. When I first saw his stuff, I was staying in and working in Bristol in the UK. That's in the West Country where he's from. Bristol was one of the first places that started pulling down statues because it's a harbour town. I mean, we live on a little island, the British do, so most places have got ports and harbours, and therefore when the slave trade was kicking off and making a bunch of money for the British Empire and helping to formulate and establish your country, there was a lot of economic reward and enrichment as a result of the slave trade. So when all of the woke stuff happened and the statue pulling down time took place, there was a guy, I think his name was Edward Coulson, I think was his name, and he was a very significant sort of, I don't know, contributor to the city of Bristol. There were statues of him. People started pulling them statues down, you know, and Banksy's art was up and around then. And Banksy's art felt radical and insightful, although there's a really good British comedy double act called Cardinal Burns, and they used to do these great riffs on Banksy, because some of his stuff, it is just a pun. Like, even just take the example of that statue, it's just a flag. Hey, sometimes, man, Aren't we being blinded by the flag of nationalism? Like it's such a sort of an easy, and like sometimes it's like him, like someone just shooting love out of a gun. And they did this sort of brilliant thing, these sketches where they would show Banksy just like as if he was just some normal middle class guy living in a suburban home. And he goes, there was one where, you know, it's like a sort of a cop kissing a guy. He goes, oh, here we go, I've got a policeman kissing a black fella. And it was someone like Samuel L. Jackson just referred to him as a black fella, more to amuse myself than anyone else. Really sort of like funny sketches that highlighted the idea that while Banksy's looked at as all radical and stuff, and he certainly isn't impactful, the most impactful artist maybe you could say of our generation in terms of reach and stuff, certainly, no one's questioning that. But some of it's just visual puns. Did you, Massey, you probably saw that Cardinal Burn stuff, did you?
I've seen clips of it, yeah.
Crazy things that maybe don't want to be found.
Yeah, they were good. I thought that was a really good take on the Banksy phenomena, that like he's just sort of some dad, and now I know people have sort of unmasked Banksy, so he's not like it.
Yeah, like people are thinking he's cool, but when he's doing it, he's just
yeah.
Well, we don't know who he is, do we?
Yeah, we do now. It's all sort of like people sort of put online who he was. I like, let's say at the age I am, man, I've still got like a bunch of like real respect for what he's done. But like, I guess you brought this up, did you, Massey? Because you think, oh well, like it's sanctioned because otherwise it wouldn't be up.
Yeah, I mean, I just remember the last bit of artwork that he did was on the Courts of Justice or whatever in London, and it was like a judge with a hammer knocking like someone down, like it was like an anti-free speech thing, and they immediately covered that up with like barriers so you couldn't see it, and then when the barriers came down it was painted over, and whereas this one they put barriers up to protect it, and when they asked the council about it they're like, we love that Banksy has put his thing up here, so it just feels like very state sanctioned, although the flag over the face, you could say it's the Union Jack, but you could also say, you know, it's the Palestine flag or whatever, so it's not necessarily political in one direction, but I think the government sees it as, oh, this is clearly the trolls, the kind of plebs, you know, with the flag in front of them. It's not anything about government, whereas the hammer on the judge was clearly like attacking the government, so it feels like he's doing the government's bidding a little bit. He's certainly sanctioned and approved because they haven't taken it down yet, so whether he was or not, the proof is in the pudding, isn't it?
Yeah, it's still up there now. Here's some other assets on here. Westminster Council has told Banksy, has told the BBC it didn't grant permission to Banksy. We're excited to see it. We like it. And yeah, that's what Massey was just referencing there. There's that previous mural which they got rid of pretty quickly. Yeah, I'm sort of basically saying that the judge is using that hammer to hammer down like a protester. I really kind of like that take on him. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, like so in one case the message was covered, in another instance it was elevated. I mean, hey, it's only a couple of weeks till I think there's another Tommy Robinson march in London. I wonder if it was like, oh man, I was at a protest, that protest where they put the green Mohican on Churchill. I was sort of I was Zelig that day. It was a really prominent and well-remembered protest in Britain, right? Because it sort of outraged people, like the desecration of a statue of Churchill. And I think even at the time I felt, see Churchill, of course in one way, you know, warmonger, Dresden, all of that, alcoholic, depressive, but I sort of like that old dude Churchill. Taking on Hitler and whatnot, and it was a sort of a pretty postmodern moment, sort of a bit of green turf being put as a mohawk on the head of Churchill. I'm still really trying to work out my position when it comes to all that, because the world's unravelling so quickly these days with, i.e., look at what we're talking about now, Banksy, who was a criminal at the beginning of his career. His anonymity was to protect him from arrest, like he would have literally be arrested for crimes, and now it sort of seems like as long as his message is in alignment with state messaging, he'll be left alone. And that's pretty true of any intellectual or public figure, actually. If you are a public figure, it's probably because in some way or another your message is being used by the state, whether you're an intellectual or a pop star or whatever. I mean, just look at that mad, lurid Met Gala. Whatever they think they're protesting with a dollar bill over their eyes lives or whatever. What they're actually advocating for is selfishness, individualism, materialism, and a kind of hollow, vacuous superficiality instead of a really deep sort of blood-soaked, painful culture, which could be our real legacy. Anyway, if you're sort of person that's getting propped up by the culture, it's because you're carrying the culture's message. I guess the whole thing just makes me feel like we're chewing through reality faster than we can cope with, you know, like, well, what message do you trust in now? Like, everything I hear, it just sort of goes through me and by me very, very quickly. I find it hard to sort of quantify or take seriously anything at all. Maybe that's sort of how they, you know, when I say they, maybe that's how they want it to be. They want us to be sort of disillusioned to the point where we don't trust nothing. All right. So on that note, let me sort of let me just plow on with this stuff. So, hey, what do you think we should look at out of this lot? Miriam Margoyles says Hitler has triumphed. Brené Brown on Diary of a CEO says tech elites prioritise deep thinking for their kids while others are pushed towards passive consumption. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Ilan Omar faces demand to hand over communications in $250 million feeding our future fraud probe. Vladimir Putin condemns Kirk's death, praising his defence of traditional values. Yeah, what do we belong to now? And Trump asks a kid if he thinks he could take him in a fight. I mean, how can you resist that? Let's just go with that.
I don't think we have to worry about you. Yes, sir. You're going to do good. Are you a strong person? Yes, sir. Good. You think you can take me in a fight? I think you could. That would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? How about you?
That would be embarrassing. He's still pretty good. Still good, and he's good on camera. He goes, no, now let's have a look at him doing some dancing. Oh, there we go. This is where we are now. This is where we are now. Hey, let's see what Polymarket's saying. Who will follow Trump in the next election? People seem to think it'll be J.D. Vance, maybe Newsom. What about the French election? There you go, bet on real world events at Polymarket. Okay, where should we take this, fellas? Should we jump into a big topic, or should we keep sort of just grazing through this stuff?
I do like old Brené Brown. You interviewed her a couple times, huh?
I love her. She was pretty great. You know, like what I liked about Brené Brown is, well, firstly, when I met her, she was really beautiful and lovely and enchanting. And see, everyone now talks about vulnerability and like through vulnerability you kind of get power. It's not very easy to do that when it's actually happening, when you're actually feeling vulnerable and weak, and then you have to sort of stand up and talk. Like, we were at an event for Joby, you know, we really love Joby Weeks, the Bitcoin entrepreneur, under house arrest now for 6-7 years, and we went to what I'm going to call a kind of crazy event. Like, I mean, it was unusual, wasn't it, Dave? I mean, we'd only been there 10 seconds and people were offering us lightsabers and smoking joints, you know, sort of downstairs outside. That was one of those Trump buildings.
It was a weird mix because you had a lot of people there were almost like networking type event. So it was kind of that static business, but then they're walking around like, you said it was like the Star Wars bar.
Yeah, not just because of the Jedis, but because everyone there was really quite eclectic. Our friend Deepak was there, he's covered in sequins. I mean, it's not Met Gala level, but there were some people wearing some unusual outfits. There was a lot of flesh on show. But really, I think when it really peaked was when this guy came over to me and said, listen, I've got to let you know, that woman over there's a witch and she's trying to put a spell on you. And we said it in the same sort of way that if it was like a threat from an assailant, like, hey, you got to watch over there at 3 o'clock, there's a person that's armed. He sort of said it in that same way. Now, that I wasn't mad about coming to Christ is the belief in the supernatural, and scripture is full of false idolatry and spells and magicians and wizards and stuff. So if someone says someone's putting a curse on you, there's still enough of me that's like, I don't believe in things like that, you know. There's quite a lot of me that sort of just naturally thinks that's rhubarb, witches, these things are hocus pocus. But you know, once you are surrendering to the supernatural, you're saying, I don't understand the mystery. And the way this guy told me, I was like, whoa. And then I looked at the woman that had been adjudged a witch, and it was a bit kind of, she was looking at me in a pretty crazy way.
Witchy.
It was witchy. It was witchy woman. And then Dave, you take over now.
Well, so I had walked before he came over to you. I was walking over there. It was in this back corner area, and I'm stepping around her, and as I'm stepping around her, she just kicks me in the shin, like hard. I thought it caught me off guard, where I was like, what? I mean, like, purposely kicked me in the shin hard, and I thought maybe, did I get close to stepping on her foot or something? And maybe she's just having a bad day. I didn't really know, but then when you came over, I knew exactly which woman it was.
I go,
witch move. That's a witch move.
What, shin kick?
Oh yeah, I feel like that's in there somewhere.
Of course it is. That's witch all over. It's a pointy little witch boot, straight in the shins.
Dave had to take the role of the armor bearer while I wasn't there. So did you take the spell for him? And
maybe I did. I don't know. I mean, if I'm you, I'd be like, hey, I don't need any more curses.
Yeah, that's enough cursing. I mean, actually, I prayed right there and then and repudiated and rebuked all demonic and evil forces. It's interesting, isn't it? Because I suppose it's coming to Lord. You know, like, as a person who's always enjoyed and taken seriously your David Icke and your Alex Jones and people that talk about demonic forces and dark power and dark energy, and then seeing how that matches scripture. I don't know, however you approach it, do you approach it from a pantheistic perspective? Obviously, if you're a Christian, you approach it from a Christian perspective. Unless you're an out-and-out naturalist that doesn't believe in anything, I don't believe in anything unless I can measure it and see it. Unless I can measure it and see it. But then, I wonder what people do with the placebo effect. What the very idea, check this out, the reason you have double-blind experiments and double-blind clinical trials is because if anyone given a medication is told with a pure placebo, hey, this is going to make you run faster and make your penis bigger, like in like 20% of cases, people will just do it. Like the placebo effect has a margin of up to between 20 and 25%. I'm sorry, I'm doing this mime now when I've just said the penis thing. Like the placebo effect has a 20 to 25% inference rate. So, in it, curious and interesting that consciousness itself is impacting and affecting reality in a measurable way. That's why you have double-blind testing. So, because if the person administering a drug knows that that's the actual drug or the placebo, the people or the recipient of it know, it nullifies the results because people will behave in accordance. So, it's kind of, in a way, when you believe in the supernatural, all you're really saying is, I believe in a reality that goes beyond what's measurable within the realm of the senses. That's the sort of entry point. And then if you believe in any particular ideology, it's giving you a vocabulary for it and examples of it and all that kind of stuff. And then if you're actually out and about just trying to attend a Bitcoin event to campaign for the freedom of dear old Joe B. Weeks, a man who should be freed, a very sort of brilliant entrepreneurial man who's done no real discernible crime as far as I can work out, and then you encounter actual shin-kicking witches booting about the place, casting out hexes. It's interesting. It's interesting. And as Tucker Carlson always says, you know, when you're around powerful people, they're all into some crazy stuff. They believe in things. They believe in dark, weird, occultist power. Something's going on. And all this to say, here's Brené Brown talking about how the practical application of this is like tech elites, and we've known this for some time, I suppose, you know, like while our kids are staring at screens, dumbing themselves into giddy idiocy, the most powerful people in the world are protecting their children from it, like Dave has to protect me from little witch kicks.
But let me tell you what scares me the most. I'm in some weird rooms because of the nature of my job. I'm in rooms where the people who run these platforms and you know, that own the CEOs of these businesses and the founders are in these rooms, and I hear them talking, and I hear things that are so misaligned that it panics me. So I hear someone say, hey, you know, tech billionaire, what should my kids study? I'm worried for my kids. Wow, they should study coding, physics, you know, and then 5 minutes later, as if that answer didn't happen, someone will say, to what do you attribute your success? I mean, deeply when you think about it. And the same person will say, my deep reading of philosophy and the Stoics. And so then I'm thinking to myself, well, which is it, dude? And then I start to extrapolate from there and wonder if there is a thinking class that's emerging where they're like, we're going to read philosophy.
I've got connections and whatever else. You can't, because I don't. So, the catching up in the body of Christ is something, it's one of the 7 mysteries that is revealed to truly born-again Christians. That's where it comes from. It does not come from the writings of some man or something else.
You believe that the first statement in Genesis has any relevance for us today? I said I am. I said, of course, the Bible is not a textbook of science, but when it says in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth, it's talking about the same heavens and earth that you study as a cosmologist. I said the interesting thing is that for centuries...
I'm going to argue with you in the comment section. Don't waste anybody's time down there. If you want the truth, I have all the studies to prove it. If you don't want the truth, go away. Quite simple. So let's start out here. Page 1034 in the old Schofield Reference Bible. Again, make sure, if you're going to have one, I saw one of you in the comments section, you said, I've been using a Schofield Study Bible for many years. I've never cared about the footnotes down here. I only care about the text, and the text is the King James Bible. That's true if you have an old Schofield Reference Bible. If you have a new one, they have changed words in the text, which I'll be proving here in a little bit. But the passage here is Matthew chapter 24, and I have highlighted here with a little orange pencil thing, verses 29 through 30, and there's a little letter F there, and it goes to the center column reference, and it says, Christ's second advent. Barely read it, it's really small, but let me just see if I can get this on camera. And I don't have my overhead camera set up here right now. I'm just going to be putting it up to the camera so you can see it. But you see there, it's Matthew chapter 24, verse 29 through 30. There you can see the little letter F, and there you can see it. It says Christ's second advent. Okay, right there. So he clearly says there that it's the second advent, right? Now let's go to page 1269, 1269 in this thing. And actually this old Schofield Reference Bible was sent to me by a viewer. So a lot of my materials, you know, everybody thinks, oh, this is just Denlinger talking to his camera or something. No, there's the body of Christ out there that watches my videos. People have gotten saved. They're saved people that have been saved a lot longer, longer than I've been alive, probably. And they send me things. So this isn't just, King James Video Ministries isn't just me, okay? It's not just me, my wife, and my son, and our dog or something. No, it's the body of Christ. And I get a lot of this stuff sent to me. And as to, you know, can you do studies on this and things? There's a whole list of things I need to get to. So I'm going to just keep this whole study here to the point. But 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verses 16 through 18, that's probably one of the big, not probably, but one of the bigger classic rapture type passages. And you can see here, it has a little letter. You know, I'm going to need my reading glasses if you can get those for me. Talk to my wife over here. No, those are my driving glasses. The ones down there with the brown, yeah, those. This writing is just so small. All right. Okay, now I can actually see the stuff here. Getting old now, I have to have reading glasses. But the letter is X there. And it says Christ's second advent, verses 14 through 17. So right here we have it. Where's the letter here? Okay, right up there is the letter. Right there. And then I'll try to get that in as close as I can. So you can see it. Christ's second advent, verses 14 through 17. So right there you have Schofield, and he says that the passage right there in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verses 16 through, he says 17, I'd say 18, but of course you can leave out verse 18 because it says, wherefore comfort one another with these words. Well, what comfort is it that you're going to have to go through the time of Jacob's trouble and wait to the second advent of Jesus Christ to be called up? There's not much of a comfort, okay? But right there, he is showing a post-trib rapture. Right there. Next we're going to go to page 1271. And here he says, up here in the introduction to this 2 Thessalonians, he says, the theme of 2 Thessalonians is unfortunately obscured by a mistranslation in the authorized version, the AV. Right? So he's questioning the King James text. He's saying it's a mistranslation. Right there, you can read the underlined portion there. You can see that okay. And this is the 1909. This is the 1909. This is the old one. Okay? The very first Scofield Reference Bible. And he's questioning the authorized version. I wonder why he would do that. Page 1349. I'll go there next. Okay? And here he says, actually I'll put this up here like this so you can read it first. You can pause the video, read it, and then I'll come back and I'll read it to you. Okay? He says, the day of the Lord is preceded by 7 signs. Number 1, the sending of Elijah, and he has the scriptures. Number 2, cosmical disturbances, and he lists Matthew chapter 24, verse 29. Then he has number 3, the insensibility of the professing church. Number 4, the apostasy of the professing church. Then become Laodicea. And number 5, he has the rapture of the true church. Number 6, the manifestation of the man of sin, the beast. And number 7, the apocalyptic judgments. Okay, so he has the cosmical disturbances of Matthew 24, verse 29 happening before the rapture of the true church. Like I said, you can go back and you can pause that and read it. Then he believes that the rapture is actually after the tribulation. It's not pre-trib. Very interesting. Now let's go to page 1574, which gets back into the notes of this thing.
Why would you think?
Things that he's written back in the back part here.
Oh, what?
1574. All right, so you have here on page 1572, he has the 7 dispensations right there, where he gets into the 7 different dispensations. And I couldn't believe this when I thought. This guy's supposed to be a Bible-believing Christian and whatever else, the founder of dispensational theology? I don't think so. Well, Darby, and then Scofield popularized it. That's what the liars say. But here we have page 1574. Up here he's quoting John chapter 5, verse 24 in the revised version. See, it says RV right there. That's a problem. But then down here, he has this. You can see it there. And he says, the first event in the closing of this dispensation, the church age, will be the descent of the Lord from heaven, when sleeping saints will be raised, and together with believers then living, caught up to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. 1 Thessalonians 4, verse 16 through 17. Then follows the brief period called the Great Tribulation. See Matthew 24, verse 21, 22, Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 15 through 18, Daniel chapter 12, verse 1, and Jeremiah chapter 30, verses 5 through 7. So he's saying the Great Tribulation there is, Jeremiah 30, verse 7, is the time of Jacob's trouble. Look at this. After this occurs, the personal return of the Lord to the earth in power and great glory, and the judgments which introduce the 7th and last dispensation. See Matthew chapter 24, verse 29, verse 30, chapter 25, verses 31 through 46. So he has, within the church age, let me draw this out for you. Okay? Scofield's church age has something very unique, which no real dispensationalist believes. Okay? Here's how it works. What he has is, number 1, you have the church is raptured at the second advent. I'll just draw this out quick. At the second advent. So Jesus Christ comes. And then, number 2, you have the, we'll just say the tribulation saints. And they have to wait for Christ's return the second time. No. I just showed it to you right there. So in other words, the 6th dispensation, which we're not in the 6th dispensation, it's the 5th dispensation that we're in right now, but why bother with the details, you know? The 6th dispensation actually has 2 comings of Christ. The one for the church and the other one for the tribulation saints. Okay,
And how is salvation working out that whole time? So those who are in Christ get caught up, and then those who are not in Christ but become in Christ afterwards, or the tribulation saints, they have to wait for the second coming. That's what he's teaching. Talk about insanity. So let's go next to page 15. And you say, well, Brian, he doesn't believe that. Look at the next one. The two advents. Right there, he's saying it. Let's go to page 1577. It says here, by these scriptures, it abundantly appears that the second advent will be personal and bodily. That therefore does not mean the death of the believer, nor the destruction of Jerusalem, nor the descent of the Holy Spirit at Pentecost, nor the gradual diffusion of Christianity, but that it is the blessed hope of the church, the time when sleeping saints will be raised, and together with saints then living, who will be changed, 1 Corinthians 15, verses 51 through 52, called up to meet the Lord. Okay? At the second advent. Then you go down and it says, second advent, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory, Matthew 24, verse 30. And there it is, right there, as you can see. Read it and weep. He stands for your system. Down here, up to there. Why doesn't anybody else check this out? That's what I'm curious about. Why is it that we've been letting these post-tribbers just beat us over the head with this thing of Schofield, we're the one who created your belief system? And Schofield actually created their belief system. Why hasn't anybody else looked at this? What I'm curious about. I mean, maybe somebody has, but I haven't seen anything about it. And I try to stay up on this whole thing. So, kind of weird. But next I'm going to go to the internet. I'm going to show you part of Steven Anderson, I like to call him Andersnake. Years ago he came out with this thing of after the tribulation. And he just propaganda, after the tribulation, after the tribulation. Bible was crystal clear, raptors after the tribulation, after. They just kept saying it over and over again. I have a whole study showing all the time that they said it. It's propaganda. They just keep saying after the tribulation, after the tribulation. And I've seen it in the comments for years. Well, the Bible says the rapture is after the tribulation. It says that Jesus comes back after the tribulation. There's no verse of scripture that says that. Matthew chapter 24. After the tribulation of those days. Keep reading. You can't just say, oh, it says rapture after the tribulation. It doesn't. It does not say that. You're a liar. All right? But I'm going to show part of this thing here, and you're going to see how they get into this, and they have Roland Rasmussen, this Baptist mind control guy or whatever else, and he's one of the ones that's come out with this whole thing of this mid-trib pre-wrath thing or whatever else, nutty nonsense. And he's narrating the thing, and you'll hear about this thing of Darby created dispensationalism and C.I. Schofield. He was the one that popped